ear-to-ear magic. You ready to rope drop? I guess you could say rope drop. Rope drop's got a little bit of a looseness to the term of it for the most part. But technically what we're going to talk about today is that rope drop is park open, starting the day right here at 8 a.m. and having fun for at least the next 3 hours here in Animal Kingdom. Now, if you guys have joined us for the first time and you've never watched us at Ear-to-Ear Magic, I'm Chris. Susan's not here today. All right. Susan's going to be in the chat, but I'm going to be here, which means I'm not used to talking to myself. Well, not on stream a lot. I talk to myself in the shower, but luckily for me, I'm not going to make you guys have to listen to just me talk all morning long because I've got a special guest with me to hang out with this morning. Congaloosh, Skipper Bob. How's it going? You got the acorns coming at you, man.
we're
what was that?
Here.
What was that?
It was an acorn.
You got acorns coming at us. Somebody's liking the stream.
Yeah, little fruits.
Well, you know,
it's covered in ants.
The squirrels, the squirrels don't have thumbs, so they can't give thumbs up. So they're just on acorns. So, good morning, everybody. Hey, Susan is in the chat. Good morning, Susan. So, and technically, we've got it covered all over the bases. I think we've got somebody covering our chats this morning, and we're going to make sure we can have, I think, a good time here in the park.
Well, buddy, friends don't let friends stream. So
I appreciate that. No, we had our stream yesterday, and immediately Bob was like, no, I got some time to kill. Let's go have some fun. So now the one thing we are going to have to do today, guys, is we're going to have to keep an eye out for our princess treats because this week is World Princess Week. So they've added special treats along the way. Susan can help us out. She's going to help us as far as the information. So whenever we go to things like creature comforts and stuff like that, we're going to look and see what we've got.
Today is also National Waffle Day.
Waffle?
Do you think something is going on? Maybe, perhaps? Not likely. Maybe.
I was going to make a joke about yes, no, but I don't know if that would be kind of a stretch for the waffle joke. I'm getting acorns still thrown at me. What is going on up there?
These palm trees have
what's really
fruit.
funny is, guys, we're getting acorns thrown at us, but we're standing under palm trees. So I'm not sure what's going on. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go on in here. And I've never had acorns thrown at me by a palm tree before.
Now look at this. Left, right.
That is unusual. Because normally everybody always goes right.
Are they all British?
They're all the, you know, the lemming force that goes along with everybody coming in. Normally, this is the pack side.
Really?
So normally everybody goes right, and then what we do is we go left, and it's not busy at all. So, well, let's make sure we say hello to everybody in the chat this morning. By the way, Susan, it will be in this morning, so glad that she's got us covered there. Good morning, Mike. How are you doing today? Look, we've got the entire fleet over here, guys.
You need a stroller, but they got you covered.
Can you you want to push me in a stroller? I'll have to get a double.
I got a bad bag, buddy.
We'll have to get a double stroller for me. I'll push you in it then.
Do they have extra husky? Ibis.
How about, oh my gosh, it's rolling toward us.
Oh. These guys are vicious. These little ibis. They'll come right up to you while you're eating.
They'll take all kinds of stuff out of you. We've had, they're as bad as the birds over at like Blizzard Beach that will come and eat your food right off your plate.
Whether you want them to or not.
Oh, you got to watch it. Don't get napkins unless you have somebody watching your food. I just want to make sure I check to see anyone who is in there. We've got, good morning, Stephen is in here. Carol, good morning. Wow, we got some,
You know, you guys don't know how difficult this is to both stream and follow the chat at the same time. So I am really impressed with Chris right now.
It's something that I always try to make sure that if anyone asks a question or something's going on, to follow along. Good to help me out. It's not because I don't want to say hello or respond. It's just everything's going on. We got somebody new in the chat. Someone by the name of Alicia. I'm not sure who that might be. Says, hiya, Bob and Chris. Good morning, Alicia.
Oh, I think I know her.
I think we've got, we're covered by both ends. Who was it that was talking about, Starbucks? And his name is Rob.
Well, he's been Bob, he's been Tom, he's been
Ron.
Ron. Sometimes I
Robert!
think they just mess with
He's
you.
been Robert! So, good morning, guys. Glad you guys could join us this morning. I wanted to do something different this week, and I thought, well, let's do it before it gets way, way too busy. But let's just, I'm going to rope drop every single day this week. So if you guys are joining for the first time, you're thinking, this is good. I enjoy the Disney fun, having a great time. And Adam, good morning. Yes, you are in the right spot. We're going to rope drop every single park this week, starting with Animal Kingdom today, Hollywood Studios tomorrow, Epcot, which is, I don't know, I guess it's still rope drop, but it's like the day's halfway done by the time you get started at
Oh,
Epcot.
yeah, they open at 11,
Yeah,
don't they?
at least for now. They will be opening up at 10 starting here very soon.
I hope so.
And it's about time we get to have a little, and Susan will be joining this morning, Adam. Good to see you.
That is a very pretty oil rig.
Good morning, Jeffrey. I know, I mean, that's the best looking oil rig I've ever seen. Animals all over it. It's Laura's watching. Good morning, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
How are you? John, good to have you in. We got Skipper Bob with us. Skipper Bob with us, guys. It's good to, about to say, we haven't seen you since Epcot on the stream, right?
Oh, that's
It's
yeah.
been a while.
I hijacked that live stream
Yeah,
as well.
that was fun. It was first day of Flower and Garden, I think it was it?
Was it this flower and garden or was it the previous one?
Well, we didn't have a previous Flower and Garden.
Oh, that's right.
Time is melding together.
Yeah.
After a while.
It's like the non-stop festivals
Wait
of
a-
Epcot.
I had to do that the other day. I was like, okay, I'm thinking of this and what was. I used merchandise as a mental,
There
or
you
what
go.
merchandise came out. But no, it was the first time was this year's Flower and Garden. So it's been a while.
It has.
But we had a good time that day. It was fun.
We're
And now,
maskless now, at least outdoors.
at least outdoors. I do have my mask for indoors.
Yep.
And we're going to check out, I think, what the question is, guys, who in the chat has an idea what we should hit first? Good morning, Elizabeth. How you doing?
It's a good question.
Gary, good morning. How's it going? John's like, hello, early birds. I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So should we, do we do an early, do we do an early safari, or should we go for an early Everest?
You know, there's no wrong choice with. when
Not
those are
really.
in play.
I want to do something that everyone else can enjoy with us. I mean, Flight of Passage would be a great rope drop kind of scenario, and that's what I would recommend. But they don't really get the experience that ride. They don't get 3D glasses, and at least it's not a 6-hour wait and walk of shame, right?
This is true.
So,
Sometimes I get lucky. I can get on those kind of rides.
Honk wants to know, how is the connectivity on Jungle Trek? The Maharaja Jungle Trek, it is spotty at best.
Yeah, a lot of plant life.
I would love to be able to take you guys over to the gorilla trail and see the new baby gorilla, but that again is something that you lose connection a lot there, which is strange because it's in the center where the safari is.
Do you think it's probably because of the netting and some of the structure with the metal?
It very well could be.
With the reversing of the polarities and all that.
I do know. Now we're getting into Star Trek talk.
It's Doctor Who.
We're reversing polarity. I'm gonna eject the saucer. But I want you to look at this, guys. Cast member.
What?
That's it.
Well, it is Dino Man.
So. Oh, here. Look, I want to take you guys on Dinosaur. You ready? Okay, now we're done with Dinosaur. It is. I mean, this is.
Now,
This is something to be noted. Everyone who's coming in, they're all coming in. Do you think they're all going in to the left because they're all knowing that when they get into this area, they're all going to Pandora?
yeah. Oh, so Pandora's that way.
Yeah. So let's. Yeah. So I say we go hit Everest. I have a feeling that's probably a very empty area at the moment. Good morning, Cliff. Yes, every day on our channel is Friday. So
It's like 28 days later. What's going on?
it's crazy. Gary says we should hit the safari if there's no wait. I think that's where we should head next after. Let's go find a Yeti. And Naomi says it's so empty. It really is.
Yeah.
Now, before we go too far, Smiling Crocodile and our other friend over here, I'm trying to remember the name of the little kiosk here, were open before. Have you seen the meals that are available here?
I'm about to.
I'll show you right now. The baked macaroni and cheese.
Oh, wow.
Served with pulled pork, or you can get, notice,
that price.
Pulled pork jelly donut sandwich.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's a princess treat or not, but I think we might be able to call it that. Can we just call it a princess treat and be done with it?
It is sweet.
Yeah. So I think we missed that the last time we were here, and I'm like destined to try that and see if it how it goes against the crispy chicken sriracha glazed donut from Epcot. Oh. Have you tried that at Food and Wine yet?
Not yet. I am dying to try that.
That is a great one.
Now, let me ask you, I experienced something today that I haven't for quite a while. With the finger scan.
Yes,
I wasn't prepared for that.
They started this past weekend, and I forgot about it because of the fact that we were at Disney Springs yesterday.
Yeah.
So the cast member, when I scanned, was very nice to just simply motion to the scanner.
There you go.
It's like, here you go.
And
Dude, I haven't done this since March of 2020, and that's all I get was a. By the way.
Did you feel a little grimy doing it?
No, actually.
Because we haven't done it in such a long time.
I would think that I would, but I was actually in a line that had very few people in it, so there was nobody in my line. So in my mind, it's sort of like when you're staying at that hotel couch and you're sitting on the couch and you just assume it's okay to sit there. As you showered and you sit there in your pajamas and you're sitting on the couch, you're laying on the couch, you're enjoying it, because in your mind, nobody else has ever sat on that couch. But you know what? There's been a lot of people sitting on that couch.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah.
So in my mind, there's nobody in line. So when I put my finger on that scanner, I was thinking, well, no one else has touched it. But I will say this.
Straight for the sanitizer.
I will say this though. At Universal,
monkeys are out.
Well, so is this monkey. At Universal, you know what they do at Universal?
Yeah, they allow you to bypass.
Well, they have a little sanitizing wipe. They have a little cloth that's got sanitizer on it. Every time someone scans, they reach over and they touch the scanner wipe.
Okay. I do know they have the option, if you're not comfortable touching it, you just flash them your ID and it's like, all right, good to go.
As long as it's an ID. I think I'm kind of curious of the fact that they don't have some sort of sanitizer thing set up there, but that is something to note. If you guys are coming back and you're like us and you're used to not having to scan, you're gonna have to scan now. So already into it, we've got a PayPal from Love and Dis World, making sure that we go check out the Princess Donut. I'm assuming that's what that was. To check out the Princess Donut. So I think that's definitely needs to be on our agenda today. So as we get closer to the lunchtime period, let's go back and see if that thing is open. Oh look, we've got a princess over there. She's dressed in a orange vest and a hard hat.
You know, safety first.
Princess Chuck. Can't remember what movie that one's from. Wreck-It Ralph, maybe? Good morning, Mr. Cruise Fever 1. How are you? Big question. What happened to yesterday's stream? Something happened to it?
Oh, with the you lost connection, didn't you?
Did I lose connection?
And you had to restart, or
actually no. Yesterday was a full-on stream over at Disney Springs. So
okay.
We started it from 2 to 5:30. So I don't know what happened, Mr. Cruise Fever. Let me know if you can't see it in the replay. But yeah, we were at Disney Springs yesterday. Started right off with the Princess Tiana cake over at Amorette's. So
I love this food truck right here.
This one here?
Yeah.
The design or the fact that it's just got food in it?
Well, a little both.
It's very ornate.
Yeti Sunday.
How is it going, Matt? Good morning. Oh, Mike's dropping off the chat. We'll be listening till I fall asleep. Thanks for dropping in, Mike. Good to see you. Have a great sleep. Dream well. I'm seeing the Shrine and Expedition Everest down there. right there in the center.
Nifty.
Do you see that? It's almost like it's doing the same thing. Oh, it's not on, Mr. Crucifer says it's not on our channel. I'll have to go back and check that.
You know what? I noticed that last night. On your main channel, it wasn't there, but it was still showing up on my subscription feed.
Weird. I have to go back and check and see
weird.
if something's weird with the way it's set up then. I'm a little confused by the camel lion.
That's a
Isn't that, but
yeah.
what is going on there?
It's
That's a pretty,
lion. Camon.
Good morning, Mark. All right, see you later, Matt. Thanks for popping in.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, so Mr. Cruise Fever, I'll have to check that. If it's not showing up on our main stream, I'll as soon as I get back to the house, I'll see what's going on with the settings on that one.
See, I thought it was just my YouTube acting up because that's happened before.
Ah, so we may have had something go strange on it. Now, see, I went and got a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit at McDonald's this morning for $2.50 when I could have just got one for $7 here.
And no line.
And no line at all.
Or no service, actually.
Oh, it currently says not uploaded in your country. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's weird.
That is very strange.
Did you anger the YouTube gods?
I think it's Lowland Gorillas' overuse of the word gaffing or faffing in the stream that may have done it. So, Mr. Cruise Fever says, but he lives in Florida. So, it's...
Huh.
I did not get a copyright. I got Lowland Gorillas keep used, and he used it again in this stream. Now we're in trouble again.
Oh,
So, good morning. Good morning. Let me find that mask.
yes.
Whoop. Oh, it's 5-minute wait. Let's come back later.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, sorry for the long wait. You don't need it on right now. Once you get through like the third building.
Okay, perfect.
You need a third hand?
I've unfortunately gotten way too good at this. Hey, look, it's my computer.
There is, I just don't know where it is. Or we could just
Hey, look at is that? I think that's Oregon Trail in the in the. Look at this.
Those fans were a little loud.
A little bit. Now, this is the new thing my boys like about this queue. Are these? And the reason that they like it so much, you gotta go for it. You gotta grab the there we go. The reason they like that so much is that when you do that in the queue,
Everybody hates you?
everybody else in the queue starts to do it too, and
Oh, look,
they're
okay.
everywhere.
Look, I'm reaching about.
So when you do one, all of a sudden it's like bong 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 everywhere.
There's a
Domino effect, most definitely.
there's a religious significance behind the bells. Right. Isn't there?
It wards away evil spirits, and it also lets you know.
More sensitive hearing.
It also lets you know you've got mail. Look at this, it's so quiet, guys. We may have to ride this more than once, Bob. I'm just saying. In case people show up late, they may want to, check back in.
This is.
I love this gate right here. You know why?
What?
It swivels in the center so they can make the queue longer.
Oh, look at that.
But now they've got it for the longer queue.
That's Disney Imagineering and stuff.
But that's the only one that I know of that's like that in all the parks. But I love it. See, they got it locked at the moment.
This is almost uncomfortably empty.
It's like, is
Although-
the park closed?
This is that time of year where the crowd levels are very, very low.
Yes. All right, so let me remove my hat.
Yeah, start putting stuff in my bag.
Naomi's like, I rode this once and it was good enough. I have done this more than once at a time though. Like there's like half the car is empty. More than half. Hello.
Got a couple bodies right behind you catching up, though.
No problem. How are you doing this morning?
Very well, sir. How are y'all?
Doing great.
So it's crazy and fast. Come on, front.
Let's go in the front. Let's go in the front, and then we'll come back and do it again in the back. How about that?
It's not like we're good. All right, guys. Onwards, backwards, Chris.
All right, Hat's good. Good morning.
Are we both gonna be able to fit? Two people.
Oh, we'll make it. We'll make it.
I can.
Attention Expedition Everest team members. Once on board, secure all gear in the cargo bag in front of you. For your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the plane. And please supervise children. Miembros del equipo de expedición Everest, una vez a bordo, coloquen sus efectos personales
Here's Bob.
en la bolsa de la-
Thanks, guys, for watching. Make sure to hit those thumbs up.
Permanezcan sentados con
If you
las
guys are having a great morning,
pies y piernas dentro del tren.
see how fast we can hit 100 in triple digits today. Good morning, everybody. Remember, if I lose my camera and it goes flying off the side of the roller coaster, keep watching and tell me what happens.
This is not how I expected to start the day. But I'm all right with it.
This is a great way to start the day, isn't it?
Wow.
Woohoo! It's the Forbidden Mountain. The best part of waking up is Yeti in your cup. I don't think you can do that, but still.
There's peace and serenity in the light.
I can see everything. Everything the light touches. Woo, we got to pick our row, Susan. It's so few people riding, we got to pick our row. Woo! Yeti, 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 yeti. Whoa, I can look over the edge! Oh my gosh! Look, that's Destino Tower. Everybody, hang on! Woo! Whoa! Woohoo! Ah! Yeti, 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 yeti. Everybody smile for the picture. Wow, we're going already. Okay, that was quick. Smile. Oh my gosh! Wow! I just saw like 50. Woo! Woo! All right, that was awesome. Thank you. Woo. All right. Sorry, Megan. Oh, that was a great way to start the day.
Oh, wow.
All right, Bob says he wants to do that 2 more times. Wait, I didn't hear that, Bob. No,
What?
3 more times?
Three.
That was great in the front row. What'd you guys think? Megan is an amazing moderator. She does a great job. And honestly, if there's anybody that would know that they got timed out accidentally, it would be Megan. Yep. Everybody say awesome things about Megan at Haunted Mansion for the next 300 seconds.
Megan's awesome.
All right, Michelle says do the back row now. Good morning, Cindy. Y'all ready for this? Dum 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 dum. That's funny. Y'all ready for this? That's so dad jokish, isn't it?
Who said that?
All right, does anybody under the age of 35 buy this shirt? Yeah. Okay. That's like perfect dad joke right there. I love it. Love in Disworld says he loves the shirt so much he would be willing to actually ride Expedition Everest just to get it.
It's not a big sacrifice.
All right, I say we ride it again in the back row.
Okay.
Or if you want to hold the gift shop down for me. I will say this, we kept connection pretty well in that one room because I think I was closer to the entrance,
Well,
the
because we only
exit.
spent like 2 seconds in there.
Yeah, I mean, my God, did we not leave earlier than normal?
Yeah, we took
The
off.
Yeti hadn't even like complained yet. He's like, I'm gonna rip, hey, where are you guys going?
I made snow cones.
Don't eat the lemon.
You kept your umbrella, right?
I think so.
You guys got those face masks that didn't walk right?
It does look empty, doesn't it, Amanda?
Wow. I don't trust that 5 minutes. It feels more like 2.
It only took longer because we rang the bell and talked about computers. All right, let's see if it really is 5 minutes. And you know that they actually have opened back up single rider line normally here as well. If you go over.
Couldn't tell today.
No, not that you really need it at the moment. Good morning, guys. If you're just joining us here on our rope drop from Animal Kingdom, we are riding our second time on Expedition Everest.
Before 9.
Before 9. Basically walking right through. I'm just going to leave the gimbal off. It's just going to be a little jumpy here, guys. Because if we're going to jump right back on, I'm going to turn it right back off.
It's going to be jumping with again.
Yeah, believe me, this is a lot less jumping than what's going to be like on it. Gary's like, yes, this is awesome. Do it again. Oh, Orlando says they would buy the shirt just so they could have a shirt that said y'all on it.
I didn't know this. Did they spell y'all correctly?
Oh, Y-A''LL. Y'all.
Because I'm a southerner.
Good morning, Colin.
Okay. Hi, guys.
It didn't work. We want to do it again. Can we do the back this time?
Yeah, go for it.
The front didn't work, so we'll go back this time.
Back front side.
Thank you. Good morning, Joy. Good to have you on.
Attention Expedition Everest team. Once on board, secure all gear in the cargo bag. For your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the
Glad to have Joy in this morning. Joy is one of our newest patrons over on our Your Dear Magic group. So good morning, Joy. Glad to have you on. And to all of our patrons this morning, welcome to Animal Kingdom, and thank you guys for making it possible for us to stream on a regular basis. This is our buddy Skipper Bob, who I'm already making him stressed out by riding 2 times in a row. Next, we're gonna bungee jump and only latch on at the last minute.
Don't forget drinks after.
Good morning, Kaylee.
Nice knowing you, Kaylee.
Now, since I'm making Bob do this twice, would you guys like to see what the evacuation situation is if someone passes out on the ride?
I better not act like it.
No, they're gonna see you on camera. All right, Love in His World says next ride's in the middle. All right, we're gonna look this way this time, guys. I see the Yeti. Wait, get down here. Where's the Yeti? Everybody smile. horses in the back. Woo! Just like the teacups. Dude, he almost got me that time. I mean, that was close. I thought I was a goner. Woo-hoo. Good morning, Sorcerer Mickey 82. Welcome to Animal Kingdom. Thank you very much. I lost my stomach back there on the track, I think.
I lost my manhood. Okay, I never had to begin with.
Okay, look at that, man. Look, that is amazing. That's awesome.
Are my eyes closed?
There's nobody in any of the pictures except for the front row and the back row.
It's all of our friends.
Yeah, everybody on the stream was riding in the middle.
You can see Sonia, you can see Old.
All right, and just for Orlando, I'm going to show him the shirt again. Not yet, but 15 years of roaming with the snowman. That's kind of cool. Established 2006. That's pretty cool. Notice how they took the I and the S and turned it into 15.
Wonder if Ocean knows about this possible lighting hazard. It doesn't look up the code.
No, it's pretty shocking.
Yeah. Dad jokes, we got them all day.
Oh, really? If you want more, don't worry. I'm wired today. Now I want to show you something to see if they still have it. They might not. Oh, is it gone? It's probably gone. These are all snacks now. Oh, yep, it's gone. They used to have a llama hat over here. Have you seen the llama hat? The llama hat has water tank in it, and you can shoot water out of the llama's mouth as you wear it on your head, and maybe it's been removed to somewhere else.
See, I thought you were setting up a pun for me.
No, seriously. Really. Good morning, Terry. Now, normally it was over here. They've got snacks over here. I'll keep a lookout and see if they moved it somewhere else. The other thing I like about this gift shop is the photograph museum. And all these different cameras. And the reason I like this so much is because, if any of the kids are watching, you guys are going to crack up at this. All right, this is like, oh, look at the old time photos and cameras. Look at these digitals.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I had one or two.
I used these at work when we used to go on something called caravans. I worked in telecom, and our job was to build brand new cell towers for T-Mobile and AT&T up in the state of Kentucky and Tennessee. And we would go out in the middle of nowhere and find places where a tower could go. And we would take probably, 200 pictures of every possible site. But this thing held a floppy disk in it. And that floppy disk only held 15 pictures.
For those of you under the age of 25.
So it was...
a floppy disk could hold about 700 megabytes of information.
It was crazy. We would go to a site and we would take as many pictures as we needed. And then when we left the site, I had a stack of floppy disks like this for that one site. And we'd go 7 sites per day. So at the end of the day, we'd go back to a hotel somewhere nearby. And we would have 7 stacks of these all across the front.
So what is that, about 50 photos?
Crazy. Yes, it was crazy. But, so as old as these are, we're talking 99, 2000 is when these were starting to come about.
This Magnavox right here is very similar to my very first video recorder, which actually sat on your shoulder, and you had to have the adjoining VCR on a belt pack next to you.
I remember that. That's how it would record.
Yeah. It looked like a news photographer.
It looked like what a cell phone looked like back then too.
Yeah. Gigantic.
The mobile phone. No, it wasn't a cell phone. It was just a mobile phone. So, well, guys, I'm showing we got 61 likes in the chat so far. Thank you guys for helping us get closer to 100. If you guys are having a good time today, help us out and hit that thumbs up. See if we can get the triple digits quicker and faster. Well, so how are you guys doing today? How does it feel knowing that there's more cast members than there are guests? they can't gang up on you, and if you need to, you can take them down quickly because there's a lot of you in here.
It's early.
Yeah. Actually, when I'm working, I like to have a lot of people too. It keeps me going. When there's nobody here, then you start to think about things. Like why you park on a driveway and drive on a parkway. That kind of stuff. So some of the weird things. Like here's a good one. In the world of cars, Disney movie, great Pixar movie. Okay, bunch of cars, bunch of automobiles. What does a taxi do?
Moral support.
If you watch Cars 2, they show taxis in the cities. What does a taxi do? Yeah.
Chris, you were thinking way too much about a cartoon movie.
Yeah, it's got me kind of reeling now.
Make us think about this all day.
I'd be lying in bed looking up at the ceiling like, why?
You know what the purpose of it? Actually, there's like being a taxi in a Cars movie. It's sort of like me. I'm a travel agent. It was sort of like me in 2020. So, ready to go, but there's nobody there. So, thank you guys. We appreciate it. I have to show some of our UK followers this shirt again because they love the fact that it says y'all on it. Yes, and then we're gonna talk about the actual way this is done. There is y'all, and then if there's, you know what the plural of y'all is, right?
Y'alls?
You all.
You all. Oh. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
That's just a funny shirt.
It is.
Y'all Yeti for this.
Average $29.99.
Not bad. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can.
when most shirts cost like $35. Yeah, it's a bargain.
So, and it looks thin enough to wear on the shirt, so when you sweat on the ride, it doesn't go too bad.
When you pass out, they can just use it as a tourniquet.
So, Card Freak just joined. Good morning, Card Freak. You guys need this over there for the Matterhorn. For Disneyland. What do you think? Hey, y'all come back now. You hear? Yep. All right, you guys. Yeah, let's go. You want to go hit a safari? I mean, is it still empty?
I think it was.
I saw like 4 people on that going by. I can take my mask off.
Oh, yeah.
Oxygen. Woo! Anybody want to go see some aminals? I like looking at aminals.
My wife sends me dirty jokes every once in a while.
I'm about to say, my watch has never made me laugh. I mean, it's cute and everything, but my watch doesn't tell me nothing. Yeah, my wife is in the chat and she's making sure everybody else doesn't tell dirty jokes. So
Guilty. What if they're really clever?
If it has some cleverness to it, then I'll give it more credit. So good morning.
Keep it clean.
Good morning, Amber. How are you doing today? Welcome to Animal Kingdom. There are 12 people in the park today, not counting ourselves. And we're just waiting later on to be able to go back over to the 8 Spoon Cafe and grab ourselves a pork sandwich using a jelly donut as the bun. Yes, that is on the agenda.
What is this, state fair?
Then we're gonna get a deep fried Twinkie. Can you imagine if they had that kind of though?
Not once during that ride did my watch say, "You seem really stressed. You need to relax."
So I did time out on our first ride. I timed out Megan completely by accident because I turn the gimbal off and I hold my phone as still as I can with my hand, and somehow even with me just holding the edges, somehow I timed her out.
Sorry,
But
Megan.
she came back and she goes, "Well, this is still my best week ever. Amazing things happen that won't ruin my high." So
That's the spirit.
I love to hear that, Megan. I know that you have worked really hard to get some things, and it's been a challenge. And so I hope that those great things mean that I can time you out anytime, and you're still very happy. That's a good thing. So I'm glad to hear that. So she's on top of the world. Oh, perfect. Oh, that's gonna make me break out in song. Look at this though.
It's a little too peaceful. Can we get some more people to, you know?
I mean, can we get a hollering monkey or something? Whoop whoop.
They're hosing down the other side. At the moment.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Well, unless the
cast members or the monkeys?
Unless it's a monkey with a bad bladder. I don't know.
The monkey's holding the hose going, you know what? I hate cleaning on Tuesdays. Tomorrow's laundry.
You can see how they wash the car.
We have to, we need a crime baby.
Oh, don't worry. We're around here somewhere.
So, question is, does Bob do Kali River Rapids?
Thanks for letting us know.
I have once. No need to do it again.
We, Susan does not like the water rides because, you know, the bromine and that kind of stuff
Oh,
sometimes
that's
can
not
irritate
good.
the allergy.
I'll do a water ride in a heartbeat.
But,
That River Rapids.
but
Prejudice against.
if I can do the bilge wrap barges, that doesn't bother me at all.
No.
I can get off that completely dry. Moments of the magic. Good morning and welcome to the stream. Thought you could rope drop with us here at Animal Kingdom, where a total of 13 people are enjoying all the rides here today.
You know, let me share this. This is my favorite, one of my favorite restaurants in all of Disney. Yak and Yeti.
I love everything about it except the name. Oh, actually, I do like the name.
Yak and then you Yeti.
No, it is actually a very good restaurant, and Susan loves it because it does have a lot of good gluten-free options.
That's right.
And it has a really good gluten-free dessert.
Really good drink menu too.
So it's a great place. And if you happen to be a member of Landry's Rewards Club, you can walk right up, even without a reservation, and they will take your card and go, hey, we're going to get you a table as soon as possible. So, Kadani Sean Jumbo.
Jumbo.
So it's Robert. We are walking through Animal Kingdom theme park. It might be hard to tell that's the case. This is a theme park. Look, there's guests. Haha! I told you I'd find some. Animal Kingdom theme park on a school day here in mid-August for Florida means there's more animals on the safari than there are guests on the trails. I'm hoping that these guys can come back soon as well. Not the stone form, mind you.
The actual bird show.
Yeah. Well, the bird show's back. It's just, and it's the characters. I want to have, you know, the characters come back, and especially Doug. He's just, he's always a,
Isn't Doug great?
I mean, he loves everybody. So we got here, actually the park opened 45 minutes ago, Robert, and it's surprisingly,
The funny thing is, it officially opened 45 minutes ago. I was able to walk in at 7:30.
so you were in half an hour before that.
Yeah.
And I would
sure.
I would have had too if I'd had a little bit better activities prior to. But see, our streams are like Doug. When new people come in, we're like, I have just met you and I love you. Because everybody is just welcome. I'm glad you guys could pop in and say hello this morning. Do we have a caravan coming?
Sure,
I think we might. So let's grab our spot over here and wait for the caravan to come by. Who do we have? I think it's time for some chipmunkosaurus, maybe? Every dog has its day. Here they come. Everybody wave to our favorite chipmunkosauruses. They don't even know we're here.
Goofy does.
Goofy!
Goofy's awesome.
Chippendale. There we go. We're getting into it now. Woo! All right.
What the kids say, it snaps.
What the kids say? Oh, the kids say. Actually, what the kids say is, what the dog doing?
Get the dog out of this.
What the dog doing? Now, this is the cool thing. Have you ever been on the side of the Festival of Fantasy Parade? 300 people on the curb around you, and the parade comes by, and you know somebody beside you says, "Oh my gosh, like Aladdin just waved at me," and you're thinking, "Yeah, Aladdin waved at you." Goofy and Chippendale just waved at us. You know how we know? There's like there was nobody else standing here when we were here. We had the entire caravan to ourselves, except for the two people across the way. And I don't think they counted because I don't think they even knew the name of Chippendale. So don't just
In the green dinosaur and the guy in the...
I know there's dinosaurs on the boat. I think it's great that they kept the characters in the same form as they would be if you normally saw them for meet and greets. And if you were over here for Donald's Dino Bash, that you still have Chippendale in their dinosaur costumes. You still have their Goofy as a barker. I think it's hilarious. I personally think it's hilarious that they dressed Goofy up as a carnival barker. A barker. He's a dog.
Yes, we get it.
That's gold right there. So
I've always wondered what Goofy's previous life as a carny was.
those carnies, I don't trust them. Wee bitty hands. Oh, that's a different graphic. Notice they've got the different graphite
Wow, look
on
at
there.
wait times.
So what are our wait times?
30 minutes for the...
It says the boneyard opens at 9 a.m. The boneyard has not been open. I'm hoping it is today. Not that.
I think I've heard, that it has reopened.
That would be great to see. So we've got a 5-minute wait for safari. Crazy. 5 minutes for
hurry.
Expedition Everest. Celebration of the Lion King is at 9:30, which, okay.
We could probably do 2 safaris by then.
We can see all kinds of aminals by then.
This is what's really remarkable. It's so overcast right now, but it still doesn't look like gloom.
Yeah, well, it was that way yesterday at Disney Springs. It's like it was dark.
Yeah.
It wasn't hot because the sun was covered up, but it didn't feel like it was like a gloomy day.
Because here's the weird thing. I've got sensitive vision. I can't be in direct sunlight, so I have to wear sunglasses all the time. I feel fine.
This feels good, yeah. So it's good to have it like that. Good morning, Swish Willie and Disney. How are you doing today? Kadani Sean's going to be here for the 50th. That's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to that. I'm still a little nervous. There's going to be so much happening those couple of days. So let's go look for some animals. So somebody asked, can we go see the Festival of the Lion King? We could probably stream it. We may have some connection problems. That makes me worried a little bit.
Because you're deep inside a building.
This is the thing that actually worries me. And, I'll have to double check. Let's put it, when we did the Frozen sing-along, YouTube shut us down because we had such an elongated time of copyright music. I'm not sure whether or not we might have that issue.
They can do that.
Yeah. We were in the middle of the Frozen show, and all of a sudden it just shut down. It just shut down, and I got a notification from YouTube saying that we were shut down because of copyright.
You naughty boy.
So, oh my goodness, I was listening to Frozen music at a Disney park.
You downloaded Disney music
And
and
Disney
put it on your stream.
and Disney was like, oh my gosh, you can't let people here let it go. So, I don't know. We'll have to see.
We're gonna need our masks in here, won't we? For the queue.
Captain Rob says hi as well, by the way.
Hey, Captain Rob.
Frozen will do that. Yes, it will. So let's ask the question here, because this is something I'm dying to know. I want to make sure I don't want to get in anybody's way. Good morning. I was going to let everyone else jump in. I got a quick question. For a queue like this, when is the appropriate time to actually put on your mask? Here? Okay. So here you won't have to put your mask on, optional, until you get actually on the vehicle?
It's optional on the vehicle as well.
Interesting.
There we go.
Constantly evolving.
I was about to say, that's why I was asking, because I mean, it can change sometimes.
Right now, that's where we're sitting.
Awesome. That's great. Perfect. I'll let the next crew go by.
We're in an outside line and the outside of the
Perfect. It's always kind of wondering, is it still considered outside if there's something on top of you? Kind of a thing.
It changes.
Right.
Now this is the way these days.
Perfect.
Go with the now.
Yes.
If you want to wear a mask, you're always free to wear a mask.
Exactly.
Feel
Exactly.
safer. We're glad for you.
We know a lot of people are constantly asking us how that's going to be, and so that's just good information to have. So thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Take care. Have fun.
I'm opting not to put my mask on at the moment because I can't find it. It's in one of these pockets.
Did you lose it back in Asia?
It is a 5-minute wait, which is funny because it's a 10-minute walk to the car.
Have they installed a people mover?
No, consider it a breakdown. Good morning, Anthony the Molar Man. How are you?
I think you should reiterate in case anyone couldn't hear what the cast members were saying.
Yeah, let's talk about this. Now, we did have a change of policy here just recently, in which all outdoor attractions, all outdoor queues, and all outdoor theaters have an option for removing your mask if you would like to.
This is considered outdoors in their opinion.
And that's why I was asking, because technically for a few little bit, it felt like you're actually inside, but they consider this to be an outdoor queue. So at this point, masks are optional. And I asked about with the ride. They said it is also considered to be outdoors, so it is optional.
So then my question is let's consider the ferries for Magic
When the
Kingdom.
weather is hot,
Would
look
that
in
be
the shady
considered outdoor?
places.
Yes, it is. On the ferry boat, you do not have to wear a mask on the ferries.
But the monorail,
Monorail, you most definitely do. Skyliner, you have to wear a mask. Buses, you do. Skyliner is considered to be an indoor because it's shared air.
you don't want to convert.
I think of it that way. This is how I usually define it. Is it shared air? If you're in a space where your air could possibly be used by somebody else in the immediate area, that's going to require a mask at the moment. Right now, I've got so much air that you're not using any of mine, and I'm not using any of yours. So
But like you said, it's an ever-changing policy. So
Yes.
it's one of those things you always want to check up on.
good morning, Stephen. How are you doing today? Welcome.
Hey, Stephen.
So now the cast members may have thought that sometimes, because I know a lot of people try to be very tricky. I don't ask that to catch anybody in anything.
No.
It's not. It's meant to really just be an idea of reiteration and confirmation of what's going on right now.
Yeah, there's no malcontent.
Yeah, and it's the idea of, because when it comes to what is an outdoor queue, there's some question there. There's really some of them is it outdoor or not? So good morning. Is it really outdoors? Because here, is this outdoors?
Well,
No,
this is a bridge.
So, but they consider this to be an outdoor area, so it is optional for mask. Now, I am vaccinated, so I may sometimes, depending on the situation, still put a mask on. But Bob and I will be on the same row, and if Bob wants to, Bob can get on the other side of the vehicle and throw evil glares at me if he wants to. But we should be okay.
Don't worry, everyone. We are almost ready to board you on our safari vehicle.
Good morning, Brennan. How are you?
I told you about our
Are you ready for some aminos? Now, if we do lose connection on the safari, guys, just continue to hit refresh. We may have to go through a spot, and I'll continue to work on mine to get us back connected. But we may lose connection here and there. Don't worry, we will come back and see you guys soon.
Have you had connection issues on the safari before?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
there are certain areas, because think about it. They do have a cell tower that's at the edge of this property, but because of the fact that this is such a large area, when you drive to the outer parts of the safari area, sometimes you do get out of cell connectivity areas.
And probably some of the barriers they use to keep animals at bay could probably interfere.
So yeah, I do every once in a while lose a few connections. Good morning, Rachel. Good to see you.
My friends, 4, row 8 on the red.
Number 2, second truck. All right.
My friends, row 9 on the red. 9 on the red. Nice.
Oh, Orlando, thanks for popping in. Thanks for hanging out with us at lunch. We will see you later, man.
Chris, do you remember when they had the plastic barriers here? The plexiglass?
And you had to turn sideways to get onto the vehicle?
I have to turn sideways right now. But
Yeah. I did not like those barriers. They were very, very cramped. Monty Moose, that's a very good name for a moose. All right, so guys, everybody in the chat, let me know what animals.
Yellow and stop. Red to yellow and stop.
Let me know in the chat what you guys would like to see, and we'll try to make sure to get that focused on during our safari today. Moments of the magic, some turtles. That might take a little bit of zooming, but we could try. The giraffes. Now here on the safari, we have the Maasai giraffe right here. Michelle says the baby elephant. No cheetahs, huh?
You should know that the unpaved roads of the Arabian Wildlife Reserve
Did I mess them up? We got reticulated here on the safari, and the Maasai are over at Animal Kingdom Lodge. So different types of giraffe. Closing doors. Here we go.
Your driver out on the reserve before we get started with the rules. Got that right? Rules like stay seated the entire time of the tour, even when it does get hard to see. Yes, stand up, be raised up in the air, or be tossed back and forth from lap to lap or seat to lap. These roads are going to get pretty bumpy out here, so for your safety, stay fully seated. If you are taking pictures, make sure the flash is turned off and those
baobab trees. We're most definitely going to be seeing some of those.
We cannot stop for every single animal out here, and the few that I can do a quick stop for, I can't promise they'll do the same for me. They're wild. They do have a mind of their own. And of course, we are guests of the animals in their homes, so just make sure we don't call out to them, bark, yell, whistle, kissing. Don't yell hello or wave hello to them. They don't like that. It spooks them away, and we don't want to do that. We do want to get a close opportunity to see them as we can. Right now,
keep an eye out for the okapi over here.
Camouflage themselves, see how they're kind of look, see what you're going to find. Flip on the left-hand side, are going to be some greater kudos.
There's an okapi over here.
They do not have horns on them.
Oh,
they
the
can weigh
kudu.
750 pounds and leap up 6 feet in the air. Coming over on the right-hand side of the bongos. Bongos are known as the ghosts of the forest because they can easily camouflage themselves from those predators. Then there's also the okapi. Okapis are really shy and reclusive animals. They have those white stripes on them that kind of make them look like a zebra, but they're not. They're related to the giraffe family because if you look at their face, it's shaped like a giraffe, and they got that sticky tongue, which does help them to get the leaves off the trees pretty easily. Coming up should be a little bit better view of some more bongos right over here, making it a little easier to be seen.
John, look at mama.
Bongos. There we go, right here.
Look at me. John, look at me.
Like, it's a ghost, Scoob.
There's a
Oh,
bull
yeah.
rhino
A ghost?
over here on the tan side. These guys like to have their own space. They can weigh between 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. In the 60s and 70s, there's about 65,000 rhinos in the world. But unfortunately, due to that heavy poaching for their horns,
I think we're in
there's
the express
only
lane.
less than 5,000. And there is nothing significant about those horns except that they are made out of keratin, which is just like your fingernail.
Oh, I hope the mandrills are out, Cliff. I love the mandrills, but they're always kind of iffy.
Make sure she can see the animal.
What's your name, Okabe?
We're actually gonna make our way out of the forest and head to the Zombie river area.
Oh, thank you, Orlando, for sharing the stream. Glad to hear that. Thank you for the support.
And in the water to see what you might be able to find.
Looking in the water. Hippos. Right over there.
Right hand side. They actually hold their breath for about 8 minutes at once, helps them to not get overheated.
Not much to
Sometimes you
see because they're
can,
completely submerged
catch
at the
them while
moment.
man is sunbathing or even eating.
Take another look on the left.
A bloat, and they do make a pretty cool noise called
There we
a
go.
song, but when hippo we song saw the other ones respond back to one who gave us the dominant one.
Yeah.
So if you get run over by a group of hippos, does that mean you got bloated?
You guys see it? This is so bad.
Nice. I think it's a fair
There's
question.
also the pink-backed pelicans. They do get that name during mating season. The
big
brighter the pink, the better the mate is. as
Good
they
morning,
say.
Taylor.
Both males and
Glad to have you on
females
this
will
morning.
nest. They can have anywhere from 50 to 500 nesters, and their eggs will incubate for about 30 days.
Good morning, Renee. Glad to have you on.
You don't want to go home?
Yes,
There's also the
apparently
crocodile.
on good days you can hear the lions from 5 miles away.
They can easily snap the bones of their prey. Sometimes when they are on land, they'll open their mouths so they help pull off their bodies.
These waterfalls have inspired me
While
to
their
go
jaws are powerful, they can be really
deeper and
gentle.
deeper into the
Both
safari.
the females will around their eggs inside their mouths so that the warm ups they can hatch easier. When young ones are feeling through an mama's there to open up our mouths, she'll let them hide inside until it's safe to come out again. The Nile crocodiles can be 16 feet long, weigh up to 500 pounds, and they can even hold their breath for up to 2 hours while waiting underwater for their prey.
All right, who wanted to see a baobab tree?
This is the savannah area, and it's home to some of the world's most famous animals here in Africa. So hopefully we can have some decent luck with
Yogi
finding them
Bear.
out here on the reserve. Looks like we will get to see a couple of giraffes that are going to be on the right-hand side. In a 24-hour period, giraffes sleep about 30 minutes a day, and they spend the rest of their time eating. They have a sticky tongue. It's a purple color, which will act as a sunblock, helps protect that tongue from getting sunburned. When a baby giraffe is born to be about 6 feet in height. That's why moms do give birth while standing up. It is a crazy way for them into the world, but they do have to be able to walk and run within that first hour of birth. When they reach adult size, they're going to be about 20 feet in height. We also have some Angolan cattle coming up. Their horns can get to be up to 6 feet long. They are not heavy. They're actually a pretty
Well, Renee, when you do win that lottery, contact us. We'll help you book it. We'll make sure to get you a good room.
Those horns do have blood vessels in them, so it'll help them cool off their bodies, even though they're made for the African heat. Way back in the day in the African tribe, if you owned an Angolan cattle, it meant you were wealthy, as they are a sign of wealth. Also coming up are some African wild dogs, kind of like
Oh, we can see the
area.
Painted dogs over here.
Also known as painted dogs because it kind of looks like someone painted their coat. They're even able to identify each other in their pack by that coat. They'll work together as a team to chase around their prey. When that prey is exhausted, then it's time for them. The pack is led by one alpha male and one alpha female.
You should see that Angola cattle dance. It's amazing. They do the Watusi. It's unusual to see the giraffe this far over, but I guess it's because it's so early in the morning.
Great. Some parts of the day they get really frisky and start galloping around.
That's when they become a tower of terror. Good morning, China Hauser. Good to have you into the stream this morning. Oh, they will enjoy this, especially if they love animals. Look how close we're going to get to this giraffe, guys. Good morning, Mr. Watkins. How are you doing today?
Springboks get that name because they can spring 6 feet high and 13 feet forward. They're one of the top 10 fastest land animals, able to go 50 to 60 miles an hour.
Oh, look, the Springboks right there below the giraffe. Look at the little giraffe. It's a little giraffe. One of the younger ones. They're really spread out this morning too. Wow. Springbok up.
Look, Mommy, look.
All right, Cliff, I hope that the mandrills are out today, but we'll see. It's early in the morning, so maybe we'll have a good chance of seeing them. They're going to be up here on the left. Well, we must be seeing something over here. It's either an elephant on the right or a mandrill on the left.
I'm ready for anything. You see?
Coming up is going to be an African elephant over on the right-hand side. On a hot day like today, they'll flap their ears. Those ears have blood vessels.
One of our bachelors over here.
Bodies. They have really sensitive skin, so they like to throw dirt and mud on their back as a way to act as a sunblock, helps protect that skin from getting sunburned. On the left are the mandrills. They do look a lot like Rafiki from the Lion
Oh, we do have the mandrills out.
Mandrills are the largest monkey colony. We have about 100 of them. That will all hang out together. They have pouches
there
in
you
their
go.
mouths, help them to store their snacks in there for later. That pouch is so big and wide it can hold up to an entire holiday meal inside.
Oh, it was a short little bit, but we got to see a mandrill. Hey, Bob, you know what happens when an elephant gets a rash?
What?
He goes to see a pachydermatologist.
Sounds expensive.
It's okay, they're covered.
I'm gonna make it a little bit tighter.
Coming up around us, we're going to the red clay pits. This is where elephants will come down, give themselves a nice scratch on the red clay with their tusk, and they'll eat this stuff because it does act as a mineral for them.
So, China Hauser, the weather in October is still pretty warm out. Hasn't fully got into like winter weather yet. So be prepared for some warm afternoons and slightly cooler nights.
Conservation did come up with that really cool project called the Honeybee Hyphens, and that's when they're able to find out through research that these big giant elephants are afraid of a tiny little bee noise. So because of that, they were able to put the fence up around the crops so they won't protect them, but more importantly, protect the elephants. And that's just one of the many projects Disney Conservation does to try to help protect wildlife.
Even a glass. I've been told a glass.
Oh, another baobab tree. Squash. Let the elephant win. Oh, definitely more comfortable than July and August. And here's an entire herd of African ducks.
Around us, you're going to be the greater flamingos. The group of them is called a flamboyant, and their diet does consist of shrimp and other water creatures. The shrimp has what they call carotene in it. It does act as a mineral for them, and that's how they do get the pink on their feathers. Flamingos like to make their nest out of mud. It does help keep that egg safe and well protected. They'll incubate for about 20 to 21 days, and then when they reach adult size, they're going to get to be about 5 feet in height.
I can't wait to tell all my friends about her.
Oh, thank you, Renee. I appreciate it when you guys share this stream. And I hope you guys are enjoying seeing the animals so far today. If you haven't already and you're having a good time, make sure to hit that thumbs up and help us get to 100. I'm showing 19 away. Good morning, J Mike. How are you doing today? Welcome to the safari. All right, let's cross our fingers for a cheetah here for Megan.
There was one laying down earlier, kind of in the shaded area. Cheetahs typically will hunt in the morning and evening time, unlike most cats. They're the only one besides a house cat that will purr. They also make chirping noises to help lure in their prey.
Where are we at here?
Of course, they are the fastest cats, able to go 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3 seconds for a few hundred yards, which is why they are built for speed and power.
There we go. Hey, hey. Doing pretty good today, guys. All right, let's keep on.
Straight ahead are the trophies. The islands where the lions live at. Dolphins are nice for that. So you can look out over the savanna grasslands for their prey. This animal eating grass over here is a bounty bok, and it's the only place on the reserve where you will get to see one because they were hunted almost nearly to extinction for their chestnut-like coat. However, farmers were able to protect the species by having them live on their land.
The bounty bok is over there, right there by the lion area. And he is basically saying, nanny, nanny, boo boo. You can't get me. There they are. There's our main event right there.
There's the lions. They like to sleep and rest up to 20 hours a day. They are active for about 4 hours. Roughly 25 years ago, we did lose half of the lion population. There was 40,000, and then it did decline down to 20,000. However, Disney Conservation has been working with different projects in Africa to help protect the pride, and the goal is to double the lion population by 2050. During the daytime, their eyesight is equal to the human eyesight. At nighttime, it becomes 8 times sharper as we help them look for their prey. A group of them is called the Pride, and of course their roars can be heard about 5 miles away. Around the corner over here, going to the burros and of course the warthogs.
Thanks, Daddy Disney. Oh, look at the warthog. The warthog is out.
Have 2 sets of tusks. The bigger ones are for burrowing and defending. Small ones can be for eating.
Oh.
While Puma does be foolish one, they are really smart and intelligent animals. They do like to spend a lot of time inside their burrows, and they'll even take other animals' empty homes for their own. They do work smarter, not harder. Looks like we're going to see some white rhinos coming up on the left-hand side. A group of them is called a crash. They can charge at 35 miles an hour. When they charge, they'll count.
Oh, there's more. There's more than one.
They also weigh up to 5,000 pounds.
I've never seen them like
Rhinos don't
that.
have the greatest of eyesight. They can see at least up to 10 feet away, so they do rely quite a bit on their hearing. You might notice their ears are constantly around like little antennas. That way they can know what's going on around them. Make sure we keep everything on this side of the truck for me, please. They do get spooked pretty easily. There's some ostrich eggs on that right-hand side, the largest of bird eggs. Each one does weigh about 3 pounds. An average person can step on them and they will not break. That's how strong they are.
Wow. That was pretty cool.
Because when you're awarded, your work is never fully done. You are always coming up with ways to see how you can help protect and maintain the wildlife in their habitat.
Ooh.
Looks like he's still taking care
Pygmy
of
goats.
these Nigerian dwarf goats. They're really friendly
Dwarf
and
goats.
playful. The playfulness does help show that dominance. We also found out through the warden's research that these goats can be used in the village area for farming purposes and dairy products like milk, instead of using those animals on the endangered species list. We're actually going to go ahead and make our way back into the village area and drop you folks off. Asante Sana friends, thanks for joining with the Kilimanjaro Safaris. Now, of course, no 2 safaris are ever the same. These animals do make sure of that. The last truck will depart at 7 if you make sure of that. The last truck will depart at 7 if you do want to experience another kind of route. If you want to see more animals, you can make your way to Waffle Falls here in Africa, where you can see the gorillas and the meerkats. Over in Asia is Maharaja Jungle Trek, where you can see the tigers and the apes.
Meerkats.
There's also Rocky Beach Land to watch. It's a train ride out to the conservation station. Out there's an affection section, animal hospital, and animation experience. If I have any wilderness
Smells like
explorers
pirates.
on board, you have been on Simba 1, and you can get your badge back out in the Harambe Village area in front of the Kilimanjaro Safaris entrance.
Oh no, we're on the 4.
Bless you.
Good morning. Here for a moment. How are you?
Go ahead, start double checking those rows for me.
Mr. Bob
Just
Newell,
making
good
sure
morning.
that you
Welcome
do
to the
have
stream.
all of your personal belongings with you. It is kind of long trip back to Africa if you add to your next destination. Realizing you may have
Glad you
forgotten
guys could join us.
something. So go ahead and start double checking everything for me.
Sante Sana, squash banana. Great wait times this morning. We did 2 back-to-back Expedition Everest rides, 5 minutes each, just basically walk on. And then a 5-minute walk on basically for the safari this morning. And Loving This World's right here for a moment. We're just getting started. We are going to be streaming every single day this week, rope dropping every single one of the 4 parks here at Walt Disney World, including today Animal Kingdom, tomorrow Hollywood Studios, Thursday Epcot, and Friday, that's right, the Magic Kingdom. So if you guys are watching for the first time and would love to say and hang out with us every single day this week at a different Disney World park, make sure to hit that subscribe button hit the bell notification and hit all notifications, and come and join us every single morning when the park we're going to first opens up. So glad you guys could be with us today for Animal Kingdom. What can we do next? I have to say, Bob, I agree. It's extremely well themed.
Why are you crying?
Alright, friends, here in Harambe, we don't say goodbye, so we say Kwaheri, Swahili for go well, friends, so Kwaheri.
Oh, Daddy Disney, appreciate it. Thanks for joining in.
Enjoy the rest of your day here at
And thanks for throwing little tidbits here and there. Glad you guys could be a part of the chat today.
Watching these turkey lasers, like we've been Kwaheri, friends, have a great day.
Go ahead, John.
Oh, thank you. Waharini. And I like to say, Asante sana, squash banana. Ooh, that was a good one. There was a lot of active animals today. It was good to see the warthogs. And I know that sounds silly, but it's. Let me explain. Most of the time when we ride this, we try to ride it early in the morning. That's when the animals are most active. And right now, I'm gonna actually grab some of that as well. For instance, today, normally when we see the warthogs, if we see them at all, they're usually inside their little holes.
Yeah,
Or maybe
chilling out.
one is like outside the inches of their hole or something like that. No, they were all out in their exhibit today. That was really cool.
Yeah, a lot of the animals, they don't really dig the heat.
Yeah, well, can you blame them?
Yeah.
I don't dig it either. So it was kind of cool to see them. I wonder if we can see any of the other side of the compound here. Let's see what we can find. So we got to see, we got to see the baobab trees. We got to see the okapi. We got to see some hippos. Got a few dad jokes in here. So, good morning. So the Lowland Gorillas, correct?
Nice.
Look at these guys. One over here. Awesome. And you know what? We normally just pass by here. And it's a shame because we probably have some views of some of the animals more often than not when we're not checking them out. I want to come over here and get you guys a better view. These are our friends of Love and Dis World. These are, he knows these guys all by name. Now, is Gus in this exhibit? Gus is on the other side of the exhibit? Okay. Do you happen to know the names of these guys? Kajana? Sometimes it means rock thrower or something like that. You never know. So it's Kajana?
Kajana and
Zawali?
Zawadi.
Zawadi. Oh, I like that name. That's pretty cool.
Spike and Gus are on the other side of the hill. You might see them if you walk on.
We usually have some connection issues, so a lot of times when we're streaming and sharing with people, we don't get to walk through the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. But make sure, guys, if you are coming over here, don't miss out on an opportunity. Both the Gorilla Falls Exploration and the Maharaja Jungle Trek are excellent ways to see some of the animals that people oftentimes forget about because they're running from attraction to attraction. But you get to see some wonderful animals, and make sure if you've got cast members there, ask questions. They have some great information. They work with these animals, and they can tell you all kinds of great stories about who and what they are. So, oh, we got another guy coming over here.
So these leaves that they're eating, is that more considered food or is this like a special treat for them?
I'm curious what their main source of food are. We can probably ask her in just a second. Oh, he's gone back around the corner. I'm glad he came out for a little bit.
Nobody likes to be watched on
You're talking to a streamer here.
Well, I mean, you do it doesn't mean you like it.
No. I'm stuffing cupcakes in my face, but you know, it's a way to share information.
Is this one Kawali?
Something like something similar to that. I'm gonna have to. I have to learn their names. I learned a lot of the names that of the main gorilla group on the other exhibit, but the bachelors I've never learned. So.
You notice he is just giving us the stink eye.
Well, everybody in the chat is like, oh, I wanna give him a big hug and cuddle him and then call him George.
Well, they're welcome to try.
I hear they like Dole Whips. Wow. Wonder what they would do if he gave him a big old Dole Whip. He'd probably give it back. I like the Peter Pan float.
This isn't a kiss or a chat.
Well, he is. He's just kind of checking us out, isn't he?
Yeah, he's keeping an eye on us when he eats.
You see it up there? Whoa. No, don't. Okay.
What'd you say, Bob? Don't make him come this way.
No, you're
Don't
good.
make me come over there.
You're so good.
What's your name, Bob?
What's your stupid name? Look at those forearms.
Very much so. So John wants to know if we're going to be doing any park hopping today. Not today, John, because we're actually we're going to be very laser focused on each of the 4 parks today. So today we're going to be in Animal Kingdom, and we're going to go to Hollywood Studios tomorrow, Epcot on Thursday, and Magic Kingdom on Friday. So every day we're going to be road shopping at a different park. Cliff, yes, they don't monkey around.
That's our job.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Oh, you know what? These two, you know what? I think he's watching. This guy's watching those other 2 gorillas over there. I can tell. You know why? He's stalking. I'm sorry. That joke was a little bit on the grassroots.
Susan, you are insane.
He's like, this is mine. I'm on the gorilla guard. Stick around at 11:30. He starts twirling it around like a baton. It's amazing.
Give him a beach ball. He'll do a whole routine.
So guys, we're showing on my side 96 likes, so close to hitting 100. If you guys haven't already and having a good time, make sure to hit that thumbs up for us. We're only 4 away from hitting 100. I take that back, 3 away from hitting 100 today.
Oh, that's pretty quick to 100.
We try to do it in the first 100 minutes, but you guys have been awesome today. Now, if you have small children in the room, let me, I'll censor this. There we go.
Yeah, he's showing you his best side.
China says, would you say I picked good parks? I picked Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom. My son is an 8-year-old and has autism and he loves animals. That's the thing, is that it really comes down to what is best for your family. My daughter loves animals, wants to become a zoologist as she gets older. I think you made a really great choice. If that's what your son loves, there's a lot of opportunities for them to enjoy and see the animal exhibits here. So I think you did well. Magic Kingdom is the go-to park to have fun and ride the attractions, and to do that as well with animals. I think you made a good choice.
He just wanted a quiet place to eat, right next to a waterfall.
Well, if he waits a couple more weeks, A Quiet Place 2 comes out on streaming.
Something strikes me, he's not much of a film critic.
Something tells me these gorillas have seen more movies than the general American public has. Any West African savanna rabbits? Oh, I'm sure they're hopping around. I think you've done very well, China. I know Alicia says this seems to be a better view than the gorilla walkthrough, and this is wonderful.
Yeah, when they're out, yes.
I rarely get to see the bachelor group. They're normally hiding or out of view, so this is almost better than the exploration trail.
Although the family group is fun to watch at times.
Especially Grace, and I have yet to see the new baby. The new baby just came up in the past month, and we need to go over there and eventually see her. But that's more for vlogging because you drop connections a lot there. Let's see what our other friend is doing over here. He's like, you're looking at me again. Moved up here and you're still looking at me. Oh, I can't see him. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, gorilla camo. Oh yes, the baby gorillas over in the family unit are just, they're so much fun to watch. Especially when they get with their older siblings. I know we've been here forever, but I don't get to see the bachelors like this. So.
This is not time wasted, that's for
No, this is awesome. I love, that literally is a Gorilla Falls.
Just fortunately, a gorilla's not falling.
If he was, then America's Funniest Home Videos, here I come.
Better over here.
Is that still a thing?
It is, I think. I think Alfonso Rivera actually hosts it now. You might think it's strange, but it's really not unusual.
The other one's coming on the other side of that bush. That's what this guy down here is staring at.
Oh, there he comes. He's coming down. I wonder if they ever get into a fight and like push each other off the edge.
Reenact their own "Long Live the King" scene. He's like, I don't want anything to do
Nope,
with these
no,
people.
we're leaving out of here.
Oh wow, he really doesn't care.
I know this. I would love to have lunch there. If we could get out there and grab one of those pork jelly donut sandwiches and just come out here and sit by the falls. How amazing would that be?
Nomad Lounge down there.
There we go. Some of those gluten-free churros. Let's put it this way. Those gluten-free churros at Nomad Lounge are so good, I would order them even if...
Inspirational posters. He's deep in thought. He's not eating. He's just...
It's a challenge. You guys ready for this? Here's a challenge for everybody in the chat. I want you guys to screenshot this and then make it into an inspirational quote with the quote to the left of the screen, and then you can send it to me and we can share it on our Instagram. That would be amazing. That would be so much fun.
Yeah, we were looking on the other side.
The other thing is that the water churning like it does makes it very cool. I mean, he's enjoying that, whatever he's chewing down right there. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the seeing the bachelors over here on at the Lowland Gorillas, just on the outside. This is just at the exit. Oh, look, it's our encampment up there. Do you see that at the top?
I call Top Bunk.
Man, he always gets shotgun. Cat Clock 2021, you are the Gorillas out. So that's cool. Good morning, Weston. Welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Now, and woo, got 100 likes. Thank you guys for 3 double digits this morning. Now, this is the cool thing about stuff like this. Normally, this is, I mean, the safaris. A lot of times people will get the exit the safari and just leave. But I want you to notice what's happening. Guests are seeing the gorillas. They go over and they watch the gorillas. What it ends up happening is that guests who are getting off the safari see other guests over here, and then it lets them know there's animals to be seen. So it's always kind of cool if you see an animal in an exhibit. Sometimes you can help other people see it. If they don't know it's there, they might not walk by and check it out. So the Lowland Gorillas, just here on the exit to the safari. And normally people will sometimes just walk right on by this area. They'll go right to the exit. But you know, if the gorillas are out, especially early in the day, you know, give it a try. See if you can see some gorillas. That was really cool today. And thank you guys so much for the likes. That was cool.
Yeah, it was. How many likes you at?
We are at 102.
Nice.
And that's without Bob even giving us a like, I don't think.
Oh, I'm sure I've given you a couple already.
Loving is what you should try and experiment. Just stop at a random spot, point in the area and stare and see how many guests you get to stop and do the same thing. Well, you see it worked pretty well there. Now, it's funny you mentioned that because one of my favorite stories of my father's, he tells me the story of one time when they were on leave, when he served in the Army. They were on leave and they were in a major city, stuff like that. So they would walk down the sidewalk of a major city and their buddies would all do this. They just, as they walk along, they all at a queue, they'd all stop and go, "Oh, wow." They'd all point and go, "Oh," and just point straight up at buildings. And when they did, everybody stopped on the sidewalk. And they just stare up toward the side of the building, and you know, 50 people just kind of all standing around and staring at them. It's kind of funny. I love that story when he would tell me that they would do that. That's what they would do on leave for fun. Got ourselves a painted dog here. I wasn't going to point that out, Craig, but yes. When I did that as an example, the people behind us.
Yeah.
It happens.
I was noticing it.
Look. Liberty would just... It's a sloth. Sloth. Liberty would love that. It's a sloth backpack.
Oh, look at that. The arms wrap around like that.
So it's like when you put it on, it's like they're actually riding on your back. And then, of course, somebody walks up and completely opens up the back of the sloth and starts taking objects out of his body. Then, it kind of ruins the effect a little bit. Yeah. Like, I think I saw that on the, on
Shudder.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's exactly the channel I was thinking of. I know, she would love that, Susan. See if there's any more. Oh, look, the hippo.
Baby hippo.
And Kung Fu Panda. All of the baby animals. So these are what they call the blanket babies, is what I refer to them as. But the Disney babies are normally characters from Disney movies. But here, of course, at Animal Kingdom, you can get all kinds of different animals. But here, the blankets, notice the blankets they all have leaves on them. So
when you purchase one of these, do they make a donation to the conservation fund?
if they have that on there, they're supposed to. Now they're $35, I believe. I think the other babies are in the regular animal. These are $35 too. Okay, so they say they pay the same price, but if you buy these, some of the money goes to the Disney Conservation Fund, as opposed to if you buy the baby Dumbo at the Emporium.
Yes.
Disney keeps it.
That's going to the Disney cast member conversation.
Yeah. I'm just trying to keep cast members. All right, so I mentioned earlier, if you wanted to see the other side of the gorilla exhibit, you can go down to Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Over on that, they do have a few other different animals that you can see. And one of our favorites, of course, is the meerkats. You can sometimes, hopefully this is back up and running, but they have the naked mole rats.
Huh.
And of course, you can also see either the family side or the other side of the Bachelor Lowland Gorillas. So
It's as good as the backside of water.
the backside of water.
Both this walking trek and the one in Asia, the Tiger Trail, they both have little bird sanctuaries that are awesome places
Yes.
to sit and take in nature and people watch and watch birds fly around and do their thing.
And they each have different types of birds. You can see a lot more nest building in the one here,
Yeah.
and then the one over at Maharaja. But the Maharaja one has a lot more variety of different birds.
Yeah, kind of like a peacock variety.
And you can also get bird watching guides as you go in, if that would help out. During the pandemic, they actually had QR codes where people could scan it with their phones and not have to have a physical object in their hands, just their own phone. But I would say don't rush through those, especially the one in the Maharaja Jungle Trek.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of different animals and birds in that aviary. You never know what you're going to see, like going under the underbrush. It's actually better when you go through that to just sit and wait and let it kind of clear out some.
Yeah.
Because as less people go in, the birds will sometimes come out a little bit more. So where are we going to hit next, guys? Should we make our way over to Pandora?
I think a snack and a drink might be in order.
A snack, a cookie and a Coke? Let's go for it.
Or maybe some corn, I don't know. Is it too, it's never too early
I
for
thought
corn.
I thought I was corny enough already on the.
No, you're loaded with it.
Just call me Colonel. Oh, and welcome to the chat. Is it Nito Gaspar, watching from Brazil?
Ooh, Nita Gaspar.
Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the stream today. As you can see, as the day goes on, the morning goes on, we're seeing more and more guests. When we came in to ride the safari, you couldn't see maybe 12 people total anywhere on these paths.
It was a ghost town.
It was. So it's starting to pick up a little bit now and now.
Especially this particular area does kind of pick up in traffic with the safari right behind us.
Especially as people get off of the Flight of Passage and some of the other rides. But like we talked about, I like the safari early in the morning because like just today, we got to see a lot more of the animals because they're a lot more active. We got to see all three of the lions.
Yeah.
All
Usually
of the ride.
they hide in positions where they're really hard to see. But
And
not today.
Daddy Disney brought up the fact that they also do have rocks that are heated that will sort of encourage the animals to come out later and farther out into the exhibit and relax. They do the same thing with Disney Engineering with the way that they hide a lot of the feeding areas. They will hide feeding troughs in areas that people might not know that are there that brings them farther out. Real quick, before we go further over, I was going to walk over and check to see what we have as far as our popcorn buckets. I know we got a few people who are getting ready for trips coming up. I wanted to kind of show them right now. The main refill bucket is what we've got right here with the orange lid. This is the $12 bucket. Refills are $2. And you can see it's got the designs for all the parks and attractions around it. We don't have any specialty buckets right now as far as Halloween is concerned. I have been told that we should expect one coming up sometime in later September, which is supposed to be pretty cool. And it's not going to be the cauldron like they've had in the past. The cauldron one where they open up the top and they've changed the colors of the liquid. We have a green one and we have a purple one. We never got the orange one. So I've been told they're not going to bring back the cauldron, but it's going to be something completely new and different.
I like new and different.
And now for something completely different. Another obscure reference.
Points to anybody who gets it. Though.
Yeah, bonus points if anybody has that idea what I was just talking about.
What's this take? Is this stroller parking?
Either that or a giant earthworm died. Wait, I think that's what it is. It's like, pull it in here and we'll...
Oh wait, that's not tape. That's tape. You know how sometimes cast members will lay down masks?
Right, like for certain parades and exhibits and things.
Is it the outline of a narwhal?
Do we need to get you a warthog hat? I was getting a little nervous because we were kind of downwind of some of those warthogs coming out when we were on the safari.
Well, I will tell you, that's one of the benefits of wearing the mask is because if you've ever been on a farm, that the mask kind of helped with the smell a little bit.
Cliff wants to know if the African Trek is coming back anytime soon. Right now, the only tours that are available are VIP tours. Mainly, we have not heard anything about some of the special behind-the-scenes tours coming back just yet. I hope it does. The African tour or trek is pretty amazing.
I've done the Walking with Giants elephant tour.
Oh, how was that?
That was incredible. Taking you backstage and you get really close to the elephants.
We actually promised Liberty that we would do that tour at basically for Christmas of 2019 as sort of a promissory note for the next season that we were going to let her take that tour. And yeah, so we still owe her that. But the kids are all old enough now that they could all do the Africa Trek. That's just amazing to do. It's so fun to be able to take that behind the scenes of all that little area back there.
Is that the walking tour where there's suspension bridges?
Yes, when you go through the safari, you see the suspension bridge, or like when you see that first hippo expedition or exhibit area. If you look up on the ledge, like there's this silver rail that goes around the edge.
Yeah, like above the crocodiles.
Yeah, they actually put a D-link on you, and they link you to that rail, and you get to walk out over the exhibit, and they feed the hippos.
Oh man!
And they want to make sure you don't fall off while they're doing it.
Obviously.
So you actually have an outfit on, a little harness, and they hook you to it, so you can kind of. What's really fun, you can kind of lean out and
and
do that.
Feel that pit in your stomach rise.
You also take that suspension bridge over the hippos and over the Nile crocodiles. So you walk over there, and you have to go one by one, so you can't even hold somebody's hand for comfort. And they have photographers that stay like halfway and at the end to take pictures of you as you're walking across the suspension. And then afterwards, remember when you get to the very end of that one section and there's a baobab tree, the first one you see, Africa Trek, and that loading dock allows you to get into the truck that takes you out. And for that part of the tour, while you're on that part of the tour, if you see an animal, unlike the safari we just were on, if you see an animal, they stop. Yeah. They don't just slow down. They will stop as long as they want. Came over to see us on ours, stopped down, and all the other vehicles.
I have been to Animal Kingdom more times than I can count. I've never been under this bridge before.
Wow, really? No? I'm glad you hung out with me today then. See? I'm taking you to a new place. I'm also going to tell you, this is a really great place that if you you come with the family and you want to see the cavalcades, they're right here. All the boats will come through here eventually, so if you want to see Mickey or you want to see any of the other characters, that's why I was going to suggest let's hang out here for just a second, see if we have anybody come by and say hello to us.
Water's pretty still, so no one's come by for a while.
And you can hear the animals in Pandora as you're getting ready to walk.
That is, because I see all the people on the edge way down there.
We're just getting ready to go into the back side of Pandora, so that sounds bad. But we're going to be going into that area, and you can hear the animals and the sound effects from that. I hear the drummers coming through. So no characters, but we're about to get the drumming cavalcade. Again, if you guys are just joining us, thank you for hanging out with us today for our rope drop for our Animal Kingdom. China Hauser, so glad you popped in today. Good morning, Kevin. So glad that you guys could choose to be a part and hang out with us in our community here of Ear to Ear Magic. We stream regularly from the Disney parks. Every week we stream every Monday and Friday, but this week we're streaming every single day of the week. So we'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and come back and join us as we go to every one of the parks this week. We're just starting out at Animal Kingdom this week.
And give a thumbs up for the drums.
Oh yeah, give them a thumbs up for the beats. You can't even get any closer than this.
They're going to get within 10 feet of us.
So,
Take a crust.
Free bird. No. So if you're coming through this area and you want to see the cavalcades, they have one for Mickey and Minnie and Pluto. They have one for the Chipmunkasauruses and Goofy. They also have one usually for like Pocahontas and Miko. And so if you would like to see those characters, you want to see Donald and Daisy it's usually with, oh, come on, Launchpad. So they also come through here. This is the best spot to sit and watch as they come by because you're going to be right there at them, and you could almost high five Mickey. It's that close. Actually, it's one of the closest places you can get to Mickey. I mean, look, it's just like boom.
I'm reaching across 1/5 of the entire water right now.
So a great spot to just kind of happen upon and check out the cavalcade. So
Although I'm pretty sure they don't appreciate it.
no, they're not going to high five you back, but it's still nice, especially if you want to video your kids' reactions when they see them. That's a great spot to do it. Now, I know you do know.
My support pug is plenty therapeutic, thank you.
Well, if you ever bring your support pug with you to the parks, you know that at each of the 4 parks, they have an area where you can take your dog and let them
Do their business.
have relief as they need be. And they kind of hide them. Of course, they don't want to make it so it's, easy for everyone else to see because, dogs like privacy too.
It's part of the magic.
You can't see the utilidors or the dog relief area. But the one here in Animal Kingdom is right up here. Now, I know it seems silly to point that kind of stuff out, but I think it's good to know that when Disney designed these things, they use these details in mind. I remember the first time that I rode Slinky Dog Dash and realized they have a dog crate there for the support animals to sit and take a break while their owners are riding.
That's very appropriate, right at Slinky's dog.
Yeah. So it's a dog ride, but they can't ride. But they do. They have those types of things, and they're usually set out of the view from the general public, and they don't even notice them.
The insects are screaming at us over here.
It sounds like Georgia in the middle of a summer night.
It sounds like we're going to another world.
A whole new world
Across
where
the
creatures
galaxy.
try to eat your face. So notice our little putting green over here?
Yeah. What? Is this the dog area? It's a short par 1.
Yeah. Just make sure you... Right here.
It's a little bit of AstroTurf.
And they have them in the parks available. And the fact that they make those available and they actually include them in the design is really cool.
Bring your own bag.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't have a trash can right here.
Normally, I would think that they probably would. The closest one is right up here.
Hey, if it's
Oh,
beyond
right here,
those
actually.
steps, people would drop it.
Well, Walt himself designed Disneyland so that people wouldn't have to take no more than 12 steps to get to a trash can. So,
Well, hold on. I want to test that.
30 steps, Brenda says. I was a little short. How many do you got? 18.
18 steps. And even shorter with this one.
Yeah. So Brenda says it was actually 30 instead of 12, so.
Oh yeah, I'm using imperial units.
So I'm curious to see if our spitting aliens have got back to spitting again. You want to go check them out?
I don't know, between Everest and that so smooth safari, I'm not sure if I want to do any spinning at the moment. I'll check it out though.
Oh. So, I mean, spitting.
Oh, spit!
Spitting. So
Powerful jets of water into the air.
So I don't think they've turned them back on, but you can hear them. You can hear the
They're,
machinations of it.
they're trying.
Oh, there we
they're
go.
trying.
They've turned down the pressure a little bit, but they're spitting more than they have in the past. Notice the little blue crabs up there.
Ah. I still remember back when they announced Pandora and they said we're going to have floating mountains, and the concept just wouldn't click in my own brain.
So Michelle says, I did not know that existed. Are we talking about the our spitting friends here? Yes, they've turned down the pressure ever so slightly.
Oh, I didn't know there's a guy right here. There's a lizard on you, guys.
Oh, there's one right there in the bottom.
And a green one over here.
I never looked down that way. Now, Brenda also brought up a, Rachel said, good morning, Bob, by the way.
Hi, Brenda.
And good morning, Ohana. Rachel is one of our awesome patrons over on our Patreon account. We like to thank all of our patrons for helping us out, making it possible for us to stream as often as we do. To our channel in many different ways. We have 5 different levels to choose from over on Patreon. You can find the link at the top of our chat. And have special things every so often for our patrons. But thank you guys so much again for being a patron. Have you ever been here at night?
I have not. I don't get to Disney at night often.
So I'm gonna tell you it's amazing at night, but I'm also gonna tell you a secret that no one else usually would tell you. When this about, one of them is right there.
Right here.
Put your hand up in there. No. Oh, it's just joking. Go ahead. No. Sorry. Okay. Can you feel all the way up in there?
Yeah, there is something in there.
There is a sensor at the top of that area.
Oh, so don't push it to the point where something happens.
Oh no, it's fine because it won't work because that. But at night, if you were to place your hand inside that area, ever so slightly, slimy yet satisfying. When you touch that sensor, it activates this column and it starts to pulsate and create an effect that only happens when you touch the sensor. But only in certain ways. Not any snacks just yet. That's right. Our kids like to call those aliens. It's cool. Now, the touch point there. There is a touch point there.
Where?
Up in that column right there. There is a touch point here, I believe. Yep, go for it. There you go. And there's one more touch point over on this side. Now, the thing is, how in the world, guys, how in the world would you know these are here unless someone told you? Because who walks around and just starts feeling the wall to see what happens?
Kids.
Well, yeah. But you don't lick these sensors, you touch them. Now, if you'd like to know and see what they look like without having a chance to do it yourself, you can find that one. Dude, you have found most of them on your own. Just be pointing out that they exist.
But I would not have found a single one if you didn't tell me about it.
So if you guys go onto our channel, our Ear to Ear Magic channel, and type in or search for Pandora and look on our channel at night, Pandora at night, what we do is we actually come over to this area and my son and I buy some really high density flashlights, and we play around with the bioluminescence on the ground with flashlights and write messages and leave stuff. And then afterwards we find someone tells us about these sensors, and we actually in the video play with them. So if you want to see what they look like, go check out that video. Look up Ear to Ear Magic Pandora Night, and you can kind of see what they look like at night.
Now I didn't know about these, but I did know about I guess some kind that likes to be padded.
Yes, I can show you that on the way out.
All right.
He's actually carnivorous though, so he's sort of like a... Brenda says, touch over those little Oriole flower looking things. Some of them make banshee calls. The Oriole flowers?
I don't know what that is.
That I'm not 100% sure of.
Randomly touching things.
Yes, the Tree of Life is in the Animal Kingdom. It's the main center part. We'll be seeing that in the stream as well. You do need to go to Animal Kingdom at night, most definitely. More waterfalls. So I wonder what the engineering tests were like in the very beginning when they were creating small models to figure out how they were going to make this work.
Just have a 3-year-old jump up and down on it, see if it holds.
So Brenda says, yes, the ones that we just touched, if you can go through and kind of mess with those, the little blue flowers. Some of them make banshee calls, but not all of them do it.
At night or?
I don't know if it does it at night or in the daytime too. Play around with some of them.
This one has a peculiar...
Like it's got a sensor on it, maybe?
I don't know if that's a sensor or just like a really nice... It looks like a marble.
Yeah, some of them looks like they've been replaced.
I'm not seeing
Brenda just wanted us to see us touch everything.
Yeah, just 2 grown men going around Pandora touching stuff.
We'll have to try that again a little bit later and see how that works. But small little details, all of this stuff. And here's the thing: the vast majority. Brenda's like, ha! No, the vast majority, and this is not making fun of or being mean or anything. This is a seriousness. The vast majority of guests who walk through here have no idea that these details exist.
Yeah, I would believe it.
So there's always more than we realize, and yet people still get so much enjoyment out of coming here. But there's always something else to find, and there's always something else to look for.
Just run up to a random guest. Sir, did you know that these things glow?
Security. Oh, what time is it? Did they just open up? Registration just opened up for the princess races for next year. So if someone could sign me up for the 10K, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, me too. I'll waddle my way through
If you sign up, you can race with me.
Okay.
So Susan, if you don't have anything else to do and you want to sign me up for the 10K for the princess races right now, we'll wait until you get back. Okay.
I'll wear a tutu.
Love you. Oh, I know the fear of missing out is real. All right, so how are you doing, Bob? Do we need to go find ourselves a treat?
I'm all right.
I think.
What do you got in mind?
I think we need to go find a princess treat at least, right?
Okay. Do you think they have princesses on Pandora?
Probably not. At least not the kind we're looking of.
Princesses?
Princei.
I'm American. I don't know what plural for princess is.
Let me get a view here of just a little bit more of Pandora before we head out. Hey, Love in This World, do me a favor. Where can we find our next princess treat? Love in This World is like my treat Siri.
Only understands your voice.
Only the blue and spaghetti cupcakes. Oh.
I'm sorry. Say that again?
So supposedly, Love in This World says there's a blue cupcake and a spaghetti cupcake.
A spaghetti. Okay, spaghetti cupcake. I think I have to try this.
So are we looking at Restaurantosaurus on this one? That's my first guess. We may have to make our way that direction.
I love this stuff.
There's,
I guess.
I would call it a sculpture.
Art?
A piece of 3D art.
I know what I don't like.
The spaghetti cupcake looks like the one from Tony's. As long as it doesn't taste like the spaghetti from Tony's, I think we'll be okay.
Might as well go to Olive Garden.
So the blue cupcake, is that, I'm assuming, maybe a Creature Comforts? Oh, spaghetti one is at Pizza Fari.
Oh. That, okay.
Pizza Fari just recently reopened, actually, here.
Yeah. Which, Pizza Safari gets a kind of a bad rap. And I have to agree, the personal round pizzas there aren't that great, but the flatbread pizzas are really good.
Now, this is pretty cool because this has not been open prior to.
Oh, the drums.
They've turned the drums back on. Now China, if you're back in, if you're still in with us, China Hauser, this is a great area for your kids, especially if they love to make a little bit of sound and music. This area has been turned off for the longest of times, but it looks like they have made it available again. This entire area is nothing but musical instruments, and to the like of, you take something and you shake it. They have drums, and they have pretty much anything that looks like it can move is going to make a sound. So even to the shells over here. Then of course the actual drums themselves. Now normally they would have a stage show in which cast members from Pandora would come up and play drums, and they would encourage other guests from Pandora to come up and play with them and to make some beats. So this is the first time I've seen them turn them back on, so that's amazing. We've had that interactivity back again here at Pandora. That's pretty cool. Oh, good morning, Catherine. Thank you for popping in today. Love and World says a pineapple banana cake at Creature Comforts. Oh, we got, Alicia also says Pocahontas dessert. That's what we're looking for. And the Baloo cupcake is at Flame Tree. So where can we get the Pocahontas dessert? At Creature Comforts as well? I think we should pop over to Creature Comforts then. Fun area.
Oh,
Not a drummer?
I found where the parents section is.
Yes, this is where the parents sit and watch.
Yeah. While the kids go and make noise.
Now, what I really like is the fact that, you know, walking through here, the kids were all hitting the drums, but they didn't know that they were actually like maracas and other sounds.
Oh, is that what they were
So I like to walk up and all I was doing is showing the other kids what they can do, and all of a sudden they're like, "Wait, they can make that move!" That's cool. So that's always fun. Now at this point, I'm a little shocked that there's not a hand sanitizer right here by
That was
this.
the first thing I was looking for, actually.
Now there's a bathroom right over here. There's a pin trading station as well. Do some pin trading. Oh, there's some sanitizer.
I did not bring my pins. I actually haven't traded pins in a while.
There we go. There we go. Little hand sanitizer.
Very watery.
Magic of Moments of the Magic says Animal Kingdom bathrooms are the worst. But they're also the most unique.
I wouldn't say they're the worst.
I
mean, have you been to a 7-Eleven at 3 a.m.?
Have you been to the one by the 3 broomsticks? No, anyway. There is something very unique about the bathrooms in Animal Kingdom that's different from all the other parks.
What's that?
Well, I think I'll leave it open, see if anybody in the chat knows. What is the one thing that's unique about the bathrooms here at Animal Kingdom that is different from all the other bathrooms and all of the other 3 parks here at Walt Disney World? Anybody know?
It reminds me of an Italian restaurant I went to.
Moments of the Magic says, I know, but they're gonna let somebody else try to guess. What's that?
An Italian restaurant I used to go to. I'd go into their bathroom, and the sounds of 2 Italian women arguing with each other. At least I assume they were arguing because it was in Italian. I don't speak that.
They may have just been having, a polite conversation.
Yeah, it's Italian. It could be normal.
I remember the first time I went into the bathrooms in Hogsmeade at Universal's Islands of Adventure, and Moaning Myrtle kept talking to me as I was in the bathroom, and I was very disturbed by that.
That's it's a little hard to concentrate in that moment.
Yeah. All right, so Nikki Calvin says, ooh, pick me. Nikki, the only park where the bathroom's doors have locks on them. They have doors that have locks on them. And the reason that is that if they have an animal escape from the exhibit, guests can go inside the bathroom and lock the doors.
Huh.
So next time you go into a bathroom here at Animal Kingdom, look for the doors, look for the locks.
Can save your life.
Yeah, if a meerkat gets out, well, you know.
Wild pelican.
The greater flamingos. You know why they're greater flamingos? They pay for Disney Genie Plus. All right, so here's our carnivorous plant who reacts to your touch.
I mean, because it seems like so much more wildlife.
If you're tall enough, apparently.
Well, it also has some areas that's down lower as well. Yes,
It has child-friendly touch.
child-friendly touch areas. Loving News was there's also Trink guns located under the seats in case of an emergency. Oh, that feels nice.
That is nice. It doesn't work that well for me, somebody with long hair.
Jenny wants to know what animal is opening up the doors. I was going to say I've seen a movie. The raptors can sometimes get those things open.
They're clever girls. They'll figure it out.
Oh, that's great news. Susan just informed me that this morning they opened up the inventory for Disneyland for 2022. So today's the first day we can book 2022 Disneyland vacations.
Oh.
So that's good information to have. So if you guys would like to go to Disneyland next year, let us know. Shoot us an email. You can email me at chrisedwards@travelmation.net, or if you want to book it right now, I know we do have some clients who've been waiting for that to open up. If you'd like to have it booked right now, Susan could do it while we're even on the chat, right after she signs me up for the princess. She's not even chatting to me, but I know exactly what she's telling me right now.
You could feel her eyes.
Yeah, I can feel it from here. That movement of the earth was her eyes rolling. So, are you gonna get in line and become friendly?
I don't need to excite a plant.
Now, what they don't have yet is this has recently only been turned back on.
I would imagine.
Last time we came through here, this did not react. But also, normally, this is a carnivorous plant. You have to watch out for that end. Every so often, it will actually shoot out mist and heavy water. So it's not uncommon to have some puddle areas over this way.
Well, it looks kind of dry over here, so
Yeah.
I guess he's been in a good mood.
So I'm thinking
let's-
sort of like the
yeah.
animals out there. Go for it, Bob. You know you want to. Say nice things. There you go. You like that. It'll quit in about 20 minutes. So yes, Naomi, when you book a Disneyland vacation, if it's a package, it's still just a $200 deposit. And congratulations to Chandler Mixer, just got a Cindy's Royal Table reservation for breakfast. That is a woot woot right there. Good snag, man. All right. We also had just a great recommendation from someone you may know who said we need to stop over at Creature Comforts. So I say we go over to Creature Comforts to get something to drink and a bite to eat. Take it over and chill with a little snack.
I can feel the magnetism of Nomad's Lounge pulling me towards it.
It's strong. It's
very strong.
The force is strong with this one.
Especially those ribs. I can hear them calling my name.
Bob, I don't think I've had the ribs at Nomad Lounge.
You've never had the ribs here?
Not the ribs. Are they as good as the ribs at Boma?
I haven't had the ones at Boma, but I would guarantee you they'd be in the top 3.
I bet they're pretty close. The ribs were pretty good there. We had got a chance to try them on Friday when it reopened, and the ribs were pretty tasty.
Because I think No Man Lounge opens at 11 o'clock, I believe.
I believe so. Oh yeah, that's cool, Michelle. They're really good. How you doing today?
Wash your hands often and cover your mouth and nose when coughing or sneezing. Thank you for your cooperation.
I love the fact that it took a pandemic for someone to go, you know what, when you sneeze, maybe you should cover your mouth.
Just wait till the next pandemic where we're not allowed to blink.
It's kind of one of those things. It's like I'm just kind of shocked that we have to be reminded of that. I think I've reminded my kids since they were born that, no, when you do that, you cover your mouth.
Yeah, go into your elbow. We call it vampire sneezing.
That works. All right, let's go see what trouble we can find of sweetness over here at Creature Comforts, which is the Starbucks location here at Animal Kingdom. Have you ever seen the catfish here?
Okay, I feel like I'm being set up for a pun.
Oh, you're like my kids. I don't trust him. What is he doing? No, there's actually there's a catfish. I believe it's a catfish that is over here. That for years I had no idea was even over here. It's very quiet. I'll show it to you before we.
Most catfish don't roar or anything.
Well, they do, but you can only hear them with your heads on the water. Kind of a thing. And say this is one of the situations where, hey, for once people are showing you where to go. Chris, good morning. I think we're going to be going. We started at rope drop this morning at 8 o'clock, and we're going to be going probably till about 11:30 this morning. So, not too long today. We are going to be rope dropping each of the parks this week, so not going to do too long of a stream each day. He makes his rounds.
I'm wearing polarized sunglasses.
You can probably see him a lot better than I can.
Yeah, about the same.
This is the Peroon Shark Catfish.
Wonder how he'd be blacking.
I want to say this is it's like a restaurant place where you get to choose your dinner, but I know I got about 3 hours sleep last night, Chandler, so I'm not doing too good so far.
I think you're doing just fine.
He'll come back around again. Here he comes.
He's got to get his flaps in.
There we go.
What do you? God, it looks like a miniature whale shark.
He is pretty massive.
I'm actually surprised his dorsal fin doesn't stick out of the water.
Bono, 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 ba-da-dum. I've never tried to look at him from this side. But I say I don't know. A lot of times these exhibits don't extend from one to the other. So this is the Otter Grotto. So there's obviously a divider here. Actually, I'm looking at it right now. This is the Otter Grotto.
Any otters?
I'm looking to see. They're not out of the water at the moment. They are fun to watch, though. They're cute. I know, he's so much larger. I think the size of that catfish is hard to really see on the screen because I zoom in to get you guys a better view of him. But Bob knows how big he is.
Yeah,
Bob knows you're going to have somebody help you eat him.
That catfish could probably eat an otter.
Yeah, he probably could. Otters are not that big. Catherine's like, I love it when we get to see the catfish. We ought to give him a name or find out what his name is. I like to know the names of the animals. That just kind of, if you see them all the time, it's like when you go see the hippo, it's, Tom. Well, now we know one of the gorillas' names is Gus.
And the other two have names we can't pronounce.
Yeah. the new cats over there on the Maharaja Jungle Trail is Jedi.
Of course.
Alrighty. Boop, there we go. Oh. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, Fernando. We're in search of treats. Is this a place to get treats? We need new treats.
This is definitely a good place. Get on any of the 2 lanes, and a barista will call you shortly.
That'll be perfect. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
All right, so this little display area is where the princess treat would be.
Yeah, we're gonna look right here at the very front. We'll find
On
it.
the left here, I see a green cupcake. That might be one. I base that off of its colorfulness.
If you guys are joining us, we are over here at Creature Comforts, which is the Starbucks location here at Animal Kingdom. Great place to grab a drink. But they also have a lot of their specialty desserts are found here. Even if they're found at one of the restaurants, like Restaurantosaurus or Flame Tree Barbecue, they oftentimes are also found here at the Starbucks location. Oh, I see it right now. I know exactly which one it is. Look over here.
The blue one?
Yep. There we go, the Pocahontas moose. It's a moose. Hey, where's its Robert? Have you tried it?
I haven't tried, no, it's funny looking.
No. We're in search of the princess desserts for this week, and we could find one here. So earlier today we went on the safari. One of the people in chat was looking for a moose. We found a moose. Actually, I'm just gonna walk up and take a look at it. There's none down here. A pineapple banana cake, cream cheese, coconut mousse, chocolate feather, and gem. There's our Pocahontas mousse. And unfortunately, there's none down here. So they may be gone. And then of course the Baloo cupcake. We can ask. We'll see, man. I don't know if they'll have any more. Are we? Where are we at? Over here? So are you guys out of the Princess Pocahontas mousse?
We have it, we just grab it from the back now.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Do you want one?
Yeah, we'll get one of those.
And what would you like to drink?
A salted caramel cream cold foam cold brew. I'm sorry? Oh, Bob. Medium.
And if I can get, Susan usually always orders for me, but a mango dragon fruit refresher. What do you do when your wife's not here to order for you? I don't know what to get now.
You poke.
I'm gonna order something I don't know what I should get.
I don't know what I want.
Robert says, where is the moose? We're about to get a moose.
Size.
What size? Oh, just a grande. With lemonade, please.
That should do it.
Susan wants a mango black tea lemonade.
Okay, well, Susan can come out here and get one. And I'll buy it for her if she does. I'm good, thank you. Thank you.
Get it? Let's go grab a dot over here. So the Starbucks here are the last locations that I know of at Disney World where the green dots still exist.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're supposed to adhere to it or not.
But I think it still kind of works because you got so many people waiting.
You better be safe than sorry.
Yeah, it just makes it easier. So we've got our pretty little moose there. And this is a banana flavor. Now, you'll notice the feather is the same feather that they use in the Peter Pan float that I was joking about at the gorilla exhibit. That's the white chocolate feather that they use in the Peter Pan float in the Magic Kingdom.
I like the little dot of white in the front there. I don't know what that signifies.
I think that's Princess Anna. That's wrong princess.
Well, I don't remember blue being on Pocahontas either. So.
Well, you know, she wore a bow all the
roll
time.
with it. Put a bow on it and call it Pocahontas. It's got the colors of the wind, Jimmy's.
Yes, they're the leaves.
Now, my wife is from New England, and they call them Jimmy's up there.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, but we down here we call them sprinkles.
Sprinkles. But up there, if you get ice cream and you order it with Jimmy's, that's the same thing.
Yeah. The first time I heard that, I was like, do you want Jimmy's on that? Who's Jimmy?
See, where I grew up from, we had a place called Jimmy's, but Jimmy's was hot dogs.
Oh.
The first time someone said you want Jimmy's on, I'm like, no, that's gross. So, somebody let us know. Pocahontas, pineapple, banana.
Neither of which are indigenous to the U.S.
Pineapple, banana cake, mousse, Pocahontas. Of course, what fruit would you do? Apples? Pears?
Cherry?
What would you guys do if you were designing a Pocahontas dessert? What would you think would be used? It's just around the river bend.
Well, I know that, like, what tribe was Pocahontas? Did they ever say?
I don't know.
Because I know with the Seminole Indians, they would drink a black tea out of the leaves that they would gather.
So a black tea flavored dessert would work well.
Yeah.
But then that would be hard to explain. But not that anyone's explaining the banana pineapple either.
Just roll with it. It's Disney.
Yeah, exactly. Alicia says apples in New England. So I would think apples, but sort of like the apple dessert they have over at Hollywood Studios right now, the Halloween.
Blueberries, yeah.
Blueberries, that'd be good. Dee says Jimmy's is an East Coast thing. We don't call them Jimmy's. What do you call them over on the West Coast? Sorry? Thank you. Yep. Let's see if we can grab. Oh, pardon me. All right.
You got some forks?
Forks and knives. Susanedwards. And now used to.
I did see some standing tables down to the right.
Oh yeah, here we go. We even have one here if we want to use it. You want to use this one? Okay, that'll work. Oh, I need to reach up and grab my mask, but I can't.
Mask stays for the moment.
Yep. Ah. Wah. Oh yeah, that'll work. I may have to ask your favor to, since I do not have a camera, so to speak. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. There we go.
Traffic.
Right here by the fan. As long as it doesn't blow anything over, right? If I could get you with your camera, if you could take a picture for me.
I can try. Put my hat down on silverware so it doesn't fly.
Before we damage this thing. The fan is nice, but it may be a bit much.
It's too bad I didn't bring my really nice camera.
So we've got one side with the leaves from the Pocahontas.
And one side all natural.
Yep. With the little flower, sugar treat, so to speak.
Oh, yeah, I wonder if that was intentional to put the leaf facing that direction.
I'm wondering that as well, because I was thinking you'd put it with you turn it around. So what do you guys think? Did they put the feather on the wrong side? Or they should have done it with the leaves on this side. I kind of think it should have been on this side.
It feels more natural,
Yeah.
aesthetically pleasing if it was facing the other way.
Jimmy's. Here, I'll hold it up for you.
A little lower. The glossy side.
The glossy side, the pretty side. All right.
That's a Chris rule, by the way. Take a photo of your food before you eat it.
You never know when someone might ask to look at it later. So
And
you know.
I do refer to that as the Chris rule.
Our kids know. Our kids know. Well, there's a lot of blue in that. Oh, look, I'm blue screening. Look, you can't see me.
Oh, someone's gonna have fun with this.
Look at this. You can't see me. Where am I? It's just a head floating.
Somebody superimpose him somewhere.
I'm in the Himalayas. You put the blue dessert in front of me. Where did it go? All right.
Oh. I'm noticing there's like, are there sprinkles or is that strawberry in the cake itself?
I think it's little. I think it's like a confetti cake.
Oh, confetti cake. I love confetti.
We'll have to see. Oh, that's perfect. You know what? This is going to be. I'll use both front and back.
Yeah, they're both lovely.
Here, I'm going to do this. Why don't we lift the table up and take a notch this way?
Which way?
Toward
That
me.
way.
Just ever so slightly. How about that? The table's not in the fan, but we are.
Are you guys hearing us any better?
The dead cat should help a little bit with that, hopefully.
Okay.
Here, I'll turn that up.
Use my phone to hold the silverware down.
All right, so let me see. I don't have another way to read the chat, so I want to make sure if I can see the chat before we jump into that. BDF, good morning. Welcome. Good to have you in. Good morning, D. I know. I'm glad to see you before we got in here. You need to get the picture with the Pocahontas boat behind it. That'd be great, but we might be standing there for a while.
Yeah, she might be on break today.
Yeah. BDF Plus. Does that mean we have to pay premium for BDF Plus to be in today?
I think we've paid enough.
Moments of the Magic wants to know, can you eat that in one bite?
Yes.
I'd put Bob on it and let him go for it.
But there's no fun in no sharing.
Alicia says the fan is having an issue with the sound. Is it better now, guys, that we moved the table ever so bit?
It's probably really noisy.
So D, let me introduce you. If you've ever seen our chat before, you'll notice this is Skipper Bob. And Skipper Bob's channel is popping in every so often. And the thing with, you need to make sure to give him a follow over on his channel as well as Skipper Bob's Breakdowns, and getting ready to do some really good sort of investigative videos moving forward in some of the resorts here moving forward. So if someone of the mods wants to put Skipper Bob's Breakdowns into the chat so everyone else can find his channel as well.
That'd be lovely.
Air Dare Magic says, Susan says we can still hear the fan. That's just because of the volume of it. Can we do one move? Let's do a move.
Where are you want to go?
Let's go on this side. How about this, guys? Here, I'll flip it on this way. Maybe a little quieter.
Yeah, it's not too hot out. We're not. The fan isn't so necessary as it
not
would
as
be
much.
like in the middle of the day.
How about that?
Oh, you got me right. Cool.
Okay, you want to jump on this side? That way everyone can see your
yeah.
expression when you go, how lovely is this flavor?
And try to keep from using 4-letter words other than good.
Well, that'd be great if it was that good.
And I'm in the light.
Now, you can use this later on. You can take it home and do all kinds of things with it.
Or if you ride Everest too many times, you can use that as a.
Yeah, you can. It sloshes around. You don't want to do that.
I'm never going to be on this stream again.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for taking care of our drinks this morning. Clink. Wait a minute. I got to put my pink out. Clink. So, we're proper. I use proper nouns.
Do you want a metal straw?
Actually, I can sip right out of
you
it, so
sip
this
it.
is
Okay.
good.
Yeah, I prefer using the metal straws because paper straws are.
This is a sippy drink, so it's perfectly fine. All right, so Bob, I'm gonna let you cut into it.
Ooh.
Can you do a cross sectional for us?
I can try.
Put us a nice little.
I just need a Ginsu knife. You wanna get this food porn action?
Go. See if you can you do it like right down the middle, and we'll see if we can bisect it. Show everybody what the inside looks like. It's screaming. Ah! I don't know, what does Pocahontas sound like when she screams?
Nobody answer that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go.
Look at there. Yes, it's like it is
Oh, yeah.
very much cake on the bottom. That is definitely not a tart. That is a cake.
Yeah, keep it from falling.
And you can see the pineapple banana mousse feather right there. That's nice. Especially this flavor.
Oh, what are these? Is that peanut butter balls? The little
crisp,
little
yeah, little
sphericals in here, like in between the
They call
the
them
mousse
either
and the cake.
pearls. They either call them pearls or crisps. The question is, what flavor is it?
It,
There you go. There's one right there. Go for it.
it's crunchy. I want to say peanut butter. Yeah, peanut butter. This is going to be interesting.
Peanut butter, banana, pineapple.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, there you go. Did you get that 3D action?
Knocked over my coffee, but phone's good.
Do we need some more napkins, or are we good?
I'm not that big of a slob
Okay.
yet.
I'm gonna dig in and grab a bite.
Yep. So one good knife.
Of course, I didn't mean to take the side with the jimmies. I'm sorry.
Oh.
All right. Oh, it does have the pearls in it. I don't remember the pearls being in the description.
Yeah, it's a nice little surprise.
Man, it was supposed
Just
to
be a
so
caveman about
clean.
it.
It's supposed to be so clean. I try to make a bite that I can show you exactly kind of what the bite looks like. The mousse, the cake, the pearls.
Yeah. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, there is. I can taste the banana. I don't taste pineapple.
Maybe it's just being massive.
Oh, hang on. Got into the cake. The cake's got a lot more flavor to it. The pearls throw me off a little bit.
Wow.
It is a complex flavor. It's not overly sweet.
It's a rainbow of flavors. Huh. It's not the best dessert I've ever had, but man, it's pretty good.
It's good. Yeah.
It's hard beating the banana pudding at a Kona Cafe.
I'm still kind of thrown away by the complexity of the flavors, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna do individual. This is just the mousse portion top.
Yeah, I think I might. That's a good idea. So I'm thinking they got different flavors on the cake too.
Man, it's all over the place.
I don't really taste banana.
If there's banana, it's just the slightest
Ever
hint
so.
of it. Yeah.
The first bite, I thought maybe it was banana pudding, but then it didn't stay.
Yeah, it didn't have like that tartness.
All right, cake. It looks just regular confetti cake.
Yeah, with a little. What kind of icing is this? What they, butter icing, maybe.
Like a buttercream?
Buttercream.
Okay.
Wow.
All that flavor is in the cake.
Yes. Wow.
Like, overpowerful.
It's like the mousse is just like dwarfing everything.
Yeah. And all that flavor is in the cake.
Whew.
If you don't eat them together,
They need to sell just the cake.
it's like major imbalance. Which is okay if they're meant to be eaten at the same time.
Yeah. But
Okay, you should eat that feather.
break it in half.
I say I've had the feather before and the float. I don't think you've had one before, so I dropped the frosting.
Party foul.
That's bad. chocolate buttercream.
Sean, you better get over there. Look at the catfish. Oh man, they have palate cleanser.
Very complex flavor when you eat them together.
Man, that's unique.
It is. It's not something like. It's hard to kind of categorize. I don't taste any pineapple. Do you? If it is,
No.
it's hidden in the cake.
Did they give us the right thing? Because, wow. That's nuts.
No, I don't taste any nuts.
Well, the only thing we don't taste in this.
I know.
So what's this feather? White chocolate?
It's a white chocolate feather.
Or red chocolate?
I just color it.
No, chocolate.
As you mentioned, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a good flavor. It's not overly sweet. But, as you mentioned, I would eat the mousse and the cake together.
The feather was probably the sweetest part of the whole thing.
Yeah, because it's just straight out chocolate.
Yeah.
Huh. And the Jimmy's just add texture.
Let's see if I can clean up some of my mess. Maybe I should put this in the outside so the rain hits it.
That would be a good idea. Uh-oh. You left the ring on the table.
Oh. That's why you're supposed to use a coaster.
We broke that fly. I thought you
Yeah, we left the mess here.
Oh, and I did that. That actually dry up. My butter.
This is all me. That little peat. All right, let's, yeah. Oh, wait, I don't know how to work a gimbal. I'll let you do that. Oh, you're going to take that home? What are you doing? You're just scraping it. It's like trying to pick up a bird poop. Oh, Chris, stop. Stop. You're embarrassing yourself. Oh.
Oh, hang on.
Oh. See, this is the real action right here, and you're all missing it. The napkin could be used as a coaster.
Got it all off the table.
Mostly.
Anything I can do to make the cast member's job a little easier?
This is true. I'm going to get napkins, because I left a big mess here.
Yeah. It's a river of coffee and a little bit of frosting. So, it's a good dessert. Pocahontas dessert over here at Creature Comforts. So another princess dessert marked off for this week. We're going to try to hit a princess dessert at every single one of our locations this week. Yesterday, we had the Tiana cake over at Moret's. Of course, we had the Pocahontas today. What are we going to find at Hollywood Studios tomorrow? Do me a favor, guys. When we end the stream today, don't go anywhere just yet. Wait till the stream ends. It will take you automatically to tomorrow's rope drop, and you guys can go ahead and like the rope drop for tomorrow. And if you want to, if you're already watching our channel, you're already enjoying our streams, you can go ahead and like tomorrow's stream and Thursday's stream and help us get close to the 100 before we even get started. We greatly appreciate that. So I'm gonna check and see what we had in the chat here. A napkin can be used as a coaster. We lost all of our napkins, unfortunately, PDL. The Jimmy's are sprinkles, apparently. Of course, we were having a discussion of sprinkles versus Jimmy's. Have you noticed that with the desserts at Creature Comforts, the mint was the same way with the Christmas treats there? Yeah, well, I don't know if it's so much a overlying theme with Creature Comforts as much as just that, but I think it wasn't, the flavors aren't necessarily overpowering as much as it's just when you don't eat them in a whole, they seem imbalanced for the most part, because the mousse is okay, but has very little flavor comparative to the cake. Jennifer says, Nikki, my husband who is from the north and me who's from the south have this discussion from time to time, the jimmies versus the sprinkles. Yeah. Carol, my family and I like the rest of the streams for the rest of the week. Thank you so much, Carol. We appreciate it. And we hope you guys can watch, if not live, at least in the live for replay afterwards. But I think this is fun. This is the very first time at any of the time we've done live streams here at Eater of Magic that we have done back to back to back to back to back all the parks.
That is.
So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are going to do it with us as well.
That's a marathon.
So now we are getting close to 11 o'clock today, and I'm going to try to keep it down to about 11:30 for the stream. So let's go head over, if that's okay, to Dinoland. I want to go see if the Boneyard's open for kids.
Yeah.
I think the fact that the drums were open in Pandora makes me very over the top, optimistic about that fact.
I think
So
the odds are in your favor.
And I think in that case we can
I just cleaned the table.
look at that. It's so nice. It's condensation though,
Yes.
so that'll dry up in no time. I should make a Mickey. There we go.
Here, do you need me to spill a little more so you can do that?
There we go for the next family to come along. Who's the leader of the club that pays for Starbucks too?
Yeah, they're gonna come along as like, oh, someone's been here. Let's not use this table.
A little bit of Mickey. Good morning, Thatch. How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Deanna family, the Boneyard has been open. That's awesome. The last time we were here, they still had it closed off. That was a couple of weeks ago.
I think I saw on Twitter that it has been open now. That
I have a feeling that it probably is.
Oh, wow.
I gotta go try it out. What you got?
So just like our cupcake, this is a frothy caramel coffee cold drink. All the flavors in the foam, which is at the top. The rest of it's just coffee.
It's just like our Pocahontas cake.
And lots of ice.
Awesome. Thank you, Deanna. We're gonna go check it out as well. So Thatch, we are, Susan is actually at the house with the fam doing some schooling today.
Yeah, Susan isn't here and has really let herself go today.
And yeah, she's all she's doing is all the support in the background that makes it possible. But she's going to be on the in the chat today, tomorrow, and Thursday. She'll be back with us on Friday. So luckily, Bob was willing to come help me out, so I wasn't by myself here for 3 hours inside the parks because I could get in trouble that way.
You could get in
How much did Susan pay you to do this? Okay. Let's go hit Dinoland.
Susan, he's being a good boy.
Yeah. That says, hey, Bob.
Hey.
Gongaloosh.
Gongaloosh.
Go check out our catfish friend again.
Yeah, pelican.
Susan says that number is confidential. She's not saying how much.
Susan, I take Venmo or PayPal?
So we do have some more crowds coming in today. I mean, when we first got in this morning, it was really nice. And that's kind of what I wanted to show you guys also with the rope dropping, is I wanted to see what the crowds look like when the parks first opened and how that could change your day. So if you're coming to the parks and you're having a vacation and you're thinking, well, you know, the kids like to sleep in a little bit. So instead of getting there at 8 o'clock, maybe we'll just get there at 10 or 11. You can see there's a huge difference between 8 o'clock and even 10 o'clock.
Even still, with it close, well, yeah, almost 11. This is still nowhere near capacity.
Let's look at the entrees for Pizza Safari. I know you were talking about that earlier. So for Pizza Safari here, we've got pepperoni pizza, sausage and pepperoni pizza, cheese pizza, a chicken parm,
Sandwich doesn't look too bad.
greens and grains salad. Oh, it's got green goddess dressing. That's pretty good. Caesar salad with chicken. And what's
I'm
that?
guessing the menu changes seasonally because I don't see flatbreads on here anymore. Which
Yeah,
was
and
our
it could
favorite
just
thing
be the
here.
fact that it just opened up.
Yeah,
They
that
are
could
really
be.
limited menus overall. So I think as they get into it and they open up a little more, they probably will return. Kids meals, they got pasta with turkey marinara sauce, PB&J Uncrustables, macaroni and cheese pizza. Because kids do not eat pepperoni.
Why is that?
I don't get that.
Kids want pepperoni? No, just cheese, Dad.
And when you get older and someone says, hey, you want a cheese pizza? I'm like, what? Why? Why are you just gonna give me cheese?
Wait, too cheap to get a
Yeah,
topping?
come on. Give me some. Give me some
Put some
protein.
bacon on that thing.
Get some macaroni and cheese on it. There we go. Mac and cheese cheap pizza.
Pineapple and ham. Who thought of that?
Hey, no pineapple. Next, what are you gonna do? Put broccoli on it? Thanks for ruining pizza, San Francisco.
I've actually had broccoli pizza. It's not that bad.
Don't encourage them, Bob.
It's weird as all can be weird, but it's
The broccoli just falls off it, doesn't it?
hey, bad pizza is still pizza. Cold pizza is still pizza.
What's the weirdest pizza you've ever had?
A Thanksgiving pizza.
Thanksgiving, like turkey and dressing?
It had turkey, it had cranberry, it had stuffing on it.
Oh, that is odd.
It was very odd, but at the same time, it was kind of good.
It's like having the holiday turkey sandwich over at Earl of Sandwich.
It was a lot like that.
I
Anything
love that sandwich, though. I gotta have that sandwich any day of the year.
pizza. We're gonna walk through a lot of people's photos.
Oh yeah, let me put a weird look on my face as we do. Yay. I'm sorry. Did I mean to grin like that? One of the funniest family pictures we ever got on Main Street was during a Halloween. No, it wasn't Halloween. It was Christmas. We were all on Main Street. All the Christmas lights were up. The castle looked great. I posted it on Facebook on our Ear to Ear Magic. Way back in the day. Way back. I mean, we're 5.5 years into this now. This is probably our first year. And when we had like maybe 400, 500 followers on Facebook. And we posted that picture. And one of the first comments was, dude, that dude in the back is awesome. I'm like, what dude in the back? I looked at the picture. Dude was totally photobombing the back. I mean, he was like, cheesing it up. Looking straight into the camera like, like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. Didn't even look. Didn't even know it was there. I just cracked up thinking, I hope one of these days that guy finds that picture and goes, hey, that's me.
You helped make us. How's your, what was that, tea? Baked?
Mango dragon fruit.
Okay, so it's more of a fruit punch kind of deal.
Yeah, sometimes I like to go with the coffee. Sometimes I just like something a little liquidy. If I'm trying to hydrate. Sometimes the coffee ones make me actually a little bit more thirsty.
Just because it's overcast, you still need to hydrate. This humidity will drain you.
Thank you again by that.
Yeah.
So get this. This is going to be a weird segue. Hey, talking about that new Spider-Man trailer. Did you guys see it last night?
Yeah.
No Way Home?
Yeah.
So I saw it like 20 minutes after it came out. Here's the weird thing. There's this guy, teenager, follows us at Ear to Ear Magic. And I can't remember what reason was. I think it was a Florida local, something like that. And I followed him back. Couldn't tell if he was a cast member or something like that. Don't know. Every once in a while he pops into, the Instagram stream. I'm watching the trailer last night. Dude shows up in the trailer, in the hallway, when he's walking through the hall and everybody's looking at him
with their phones out.
Yeah, they're all looking at him. I know that guy. It turns out, yeah, he was in the movie because it showed up on my stream this morning. He goes, hey, did you see me? I was in the trailer. I'm like, yeah, I noticed you were in the trailer.
Oh, really?
It really was him.
Oh, wow.
He's an actor. Huh. So I'm like, that was pretty cool. But no, how about that ending?
You know, there's so much of that trailer we didn't see that I was expecting to see.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, everybody knows almost everything about this movie.
I try to stay blind as much as possible.
I try to as well, but in this case, I've heard about stuff that is happening. And oh, here's Boneyard.
So, but if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Spider-Man, No Way Home. And I was kind of shocked on a few things. So here at the Boneyard, you gotta love this song popping up. The Boneyard is now reopened.
we going in?
Excavations from 9 to 7. If you want to, we can. Are we still outside? Can we go out without mask? I think we're good. Good morning. Loving that the boneyard is open again. And now I can use all my buckets I have from Restaurantosaurus. We've been saving them up for a year. All right, Bob wants to ride a slide.
Whoa! Whoa! I wasn't prepared for the ground.
So great play area in here. I can't tell you the number of hours that we've spent in here with our kids playing. Love the slides. Love the dinosaur areas. And just running through the caves and chasing.
Excuse you.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right, so go find yourself some dinosaur tracks. All right, go step on some tracks, dude. Yeah, go find a dinosaur track and step on it.
I gotta break it myself.
There you go.
Not all of them.
That was not Bob. That was part of the sound effects. Though the moose was pretty good. So yeah, if you step on the dinosaur tracks, and you'll notice there are slide chutes all over the place. Moments of the Magic said they need to make one. I need to make areas like this in every one of the 4 parks. It does make for a really great place to kind of hang out with the kids. It's multi-level. And it's a great place when the kids get really bored for like just waiting in line. Let them run around and have some fun. What you seeing over there?
Not something appropriate for your channel.
Oh. Yeah, the other good thing is that there's only one way in and one way out of this area, which is nice. So when we come in with the kids, one of us would always sit at the bench right by the exit.
Okay, I thought you were about to say there's only one way out. Catapult.
Your mother smelled the featherberries. Ah! No. What is the airspeed of a coconut laden swallow?
An African or a European swallow?
So, but there's only one way in and one way out. So we actually we would tag team as parents and sit by the bench. So one of us would go and play with the kids, and one of us would sit on the bench, making sure that the kids didn't wander out. We never had an issue with that, but it always made us feel comfortable. That was also the great thing about the Hollywood studios when they used to have, they shrunk the kids' playground. Yeah. That area was really great, and again, had only one entrance and one exit. So we would do the exact same there. One would watch the entrance and exit, and one would go around and run around and play with the kids. So it was a lot of fun to do.
I remember that little playground area. The ground wasn't as squishy as it is here.
Yes,
this is very fall down and not.
It is very nice to fall down and not get hurt, kind of deal. Thank you, Chandler. Wander out is another term for escape. Oh, Thatch, I know. We've had a lot of fun with a lot of our friends over on the Honey, I Shrunk the kids' playground area. That was an amazing playground. That was just, I'm going to miss that forever. When it rains, the slides become water slides. So like the MK in Frontierland. So my kids, even being older kids now, would probably come over here and still have a pretty good time.
Low hanging area.
What's your...
Okay, I love this.
That's usual too. They have bats in here because bats are DC.
So I do pretty much for the WWE, and if anybody who's a wrestling fan knows who Vince McMahon is. In his office up in Stamford, Connecticut, he's got an authentic T-Rex skull on his wall. That's pretty close in accuracy to this size, maybe a little bigger. I just saw that, I was like, man, when did I get to Vince's office back?
Now you want to go up to the next level? Go for it. Let's go. Hey, if we're gonna take a tour, let's tour, right? Now, this is the funny thing. We didn't start live streaming on Ear to Ear Magic on YouTube until after the parks reopened last year. We felt it was very...
Are you kidding?
We only started doing that. We've only been doing this about, what, 12, 13 months?
And what was your subscriber count at that point, if I could ask?
We were probably at that point maybe 1,500.
15? Okay, so you've exploded in that short amount of time.
So, and the reason we did this is because, well, we wanted to share the experience of the parks as they opened up. So we have never been able to live stream this playground because it has been closed prior to.
Wow. I'm honored.
You can see we got all kinds of levels here as far as the slides and moving around. And even on these areas, they do have hand sanitizer stations here and there.
That's good.
So as the kids go around and play, you can either sanitize them for them, or they can, if they're cognizant of it themselves, can do the same. But we'd burn out a lot of energy. Because, you know, you say, well, I was at the park for 12 hours. And we used to go rope drop to park close with our kids back in the day when we were traveling. Because we travel here, we'd only get a couple of days, few days at a time, right?
Yes, when you're a traveler, yeah.
You got to get it all in there. Well, the thing was, you say that's a long day, but how much of that time was actually spent in lines? Standing still, that pent up energy. I gotta go play. We would come here and just let them run and let them have some fun. And of course, this is the dig site. Now, if you've ever eaten at Restaurantosaurus, you order a kid's meal, it comes in a green bucket. You ever wonder why?
Because I'm gonna guess down here.
This is why. So you can come to the dig site and you can dig up dinosaurs.
They periodically come through here and rebury stuff?
Yes, they'll every so often rebury the bones that are here. So we've got, you know, you can see how the bone is, there's some just sticking up. You can, this is actually like, actually, it's not sand. It's like, it's like cork.
Cork?
Yes. So, and this area is just above where we're at over here from Restaurantosaurus. But just like before, there's no exit out of here. The only way to get out is from the other side. Bob's gonna go dig up some stuff. He's gonna dig a little deeper. Oh, is this like the pebble ones? Okay. Oh, it has been a while since we've been here. I'm thinking of another, oh yes, that's right. This is the pebble, like little rocks. There's another place we went to that was like cork. It felt really strange in your hands.
I would imagine this is probably safer to get close and possibly breathe in.
She's looking kinda dumb with her fingers and her thumb in the shape of a nail on her forehead. It looks like sand, but it doesn't stick to everything.
Well, imagine still getting this in your shoes and walking around all day.
And normally what they do is, I'm not seeing it here, there used to be places where you could get little brushes and you can help to uncover and slowly dig up the fossils. So unless you're a cast member, there's no way to get out of here except through the main entrance. So it's kind of a cool area. How you doing? Doing great, thank you.
I like how they make it appear that those water fountains are connected to those jugs.
Yeah. They think you're actually on an excavation site. Sanitizer. So this is the first time you've ever been up here.
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered what this bridge was over here?
I had an idea because I remember seeing kids wander across up here. But this is the first time I've ever been up here myself.
It's a nice little viewing area.
Yeah.
Get myself away from this place. But the Boneyard, great area, good space, square footage. Inside, outside, running plane areas. Over in the far area, they have spaces that are much more suited for a preschool with smaller slides and smaller areas. So kind of all ages. Do I dare?
I'm not digging you out if you get stuck.
Dad wants to know if I have any dino puns. I'll have to think about that one for a bit. All right, guys, should I go through? Should I do it? If I get stuck, is someone going to call security and help me out?
Yeah, I'm going to laugh the whole day. Okay, let's go. I don't know what it is.
All right, I've got 126 likes I'm showing.
All right.
If I get 130, I'll go down the slide.
All right. I don't have a dinosaur joke, but I do have a lizard joke.
A lizard joke.
All right. Yeah. So a guy walks into a bar, and on his shoulder is a lizard. And the bartender's like, "Oh, that's interesting. What is that? What's his name?" He's like, "Oh, it's my newt. His name is Tiny."
Thinking. Oh, that's minute. It's tiny. Okay, I got it now. Sorry. That was good. I had to think about that one. The minute. It took me a minute.
Yeah. Where did they say? We need alcohol.
See, it took me a minute. See, I can kind of play the game a little bit.
The first rule of comedy is never explain the joke.
Yes, I know, but I need to know. I need to know that. You need to explain it to me, because then I can go, oh yeah. All right, I got 131. You guys ready? You guys ready? You ready? Here we go. Here we go. I hope I come out the other side.
Let me take this fan off.
I hope I come out the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Whoa! Oh. I survived. I think I dropped some dragon fruit drink down here. So glad you guys could hang out with us today at Animal Kingdom. Having some fun, and I hope you guys have been having a great some great time with us today. Rope dropping again. We are going to be rope dropping both Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Magic Kingdom today, every single day this weekday. So do us a favor and help us out in getting ahead of our likes. Make sure to go over to our thumbnails for the next 3 days. I think I only have 2 more thumbnails up. I don't have Fridays up just yet. But go ahead and help us out. If you know you're going to be there with us on Wednesday and Thursday, go ahead and give a like to that stream as well.
Are you going Friday as well?
Friday as well.
Ooh.
Who knows? Maybe we'll buy some tickets to the water park on Saturday and we'll make it a clean sweep.
That might be worth it at that point.
I might need to just sit in the lazy river for a few hours.
I like how they have a crash pad here.
I almost needed it on that side. No, I don't know. Woo-hoo. So I was wondering whether or not today we were going to get any rain, but it has held off today.
Yeah, it's one of those days we might not.
Welcome to Donald's Dino Bash. As we get more character meet and greets coming back, there may be social distance. The cavalcades probably from the boats will be diminished. We'll start to see Donald, Goofy, the Chipmunks, even Launchpad and Donald coming back to this area.
I hope the boats don't go away. I like the boats.
The boats are nice,
Yeah.
but you know, I don't want them to completely replace meet and greets altogether. Now, like for instance, over at Epcot, the Princess Cavalcades are no longer. The princesses are going back to the pavilions.
I have a theory about that. Because people were starting to figure out the timing of how often they'd come around, and they'd start to gather, which defeated the purpose of just random cavalcades coming around.
And I think I don't know, for the most part, I think it's good to be able to see them in different areas instead of everybody grouping together to see all of them at one time. They can see them in smaller groups in each of their areas. So I wanted to talk about one more thing as we walked into this area. Driving in this morning, I noticed, first of all, Lowland Gorillas World, are you still on? I bet you can't guess where I parked this morning. You get 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. I parked it was like in the first or second row of the area. They were completely resurfacing Dinosaur.
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed that this morning.
I did.
So they are completely repaving Dinosaur, and it is going to be done. So I'm assuming they're slowly going to make their way around over the next 5 weeks before the 50th.
How long does it take for concrete to settle?
I wouldn't say it was very long at all.
Yeah.
So they probably would do like a section every single day. But their Dinosaur getting brand new pavement, and I'm assuming they're going to slowly make their way around to all the other ones as well.
If they move at the same speed as I-4 construction,
we will be completed in 2028.
yeah.
But no, so it's good to see them repaving and doing that this morning, which means we're going to be getting a brand new looking parking lot by the 50th, I believe. Now, the question is, what's going to happen to Primeval World? Which is a sad thing because my kids love this ride. And I know a lot of people don't. People were very polarized about this attraction.
It looks like it's about to fall over.
It's just kind of sad to see it in its condition. But, you know, obviously it's not doing anything at this point. Megan says she loved it. My daughter spent 2 years measuring herself at the beginning of this ride every time we visited here because she was not as tall as her brothers and couldn't ride it. She finally gets old enough, tall enough to ride it. We move here, she can ride it whenever she wants to, and it gets shut down. So she has a very strong emotional attachment to this ride, but all 3 of them love it. I love it too because I used to ride it with the kids all the time. And it does have it does fit the area. And the whole idea of this Dinorama is supposed to be a roadside attraction. So it's supposed to be kitschy, you know?
It looks like a road and there's
they've actually built the actual road that you're supposed to see as you're looking around this county. So
then parts over here look like with the lines parking lot.
Yep. So, you know, I know some people are glad that it's gone. They didn't care for it, but honestly, it's not really doing much sitting here if they're not going to do something else with this area. So I'm just curious to see what's going to end up happening here.
Well, nothing aside from Discovery Island sits around at Disney unused for a long time.
Yeah. So either one, this is going to go away, which it really, I mean, if you look at it, it looks like it's just kind of sitting on top of the parking lot. Even though that's only in a facade area, but are they going to they're going to take it down and put something else up, or does this mean eventually we're going to find Dinorama in itself?
I would like them to keep like the dinosaur theme because it still encapsulates the animal theming of Animal Kingdom. It would be nice I mean, there are other places you can go and do dinosaur stuff,
Right.
but this has like a nice cartoony effect to it.
I know Water Lily says love it so much. Chandler says ready for something new in all of Dino Land. But the question is, if they do something new here, how is Dinosaur going to come into play? How do you get rid of Dino Land without getting rid of Dinosaur?
Refurb it to Indiana Jones. That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, it's the same. It's basically the same ride.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I didn't even realize that there's a portion of the track missing.
yeah, that track is gone right there.
And they've pulled up some of the plating.
So, but yeah, just kind of, I'm always waiting and wondering when there's going to be some sort of new idea of what's going to happen here. Chandler's like, Title Land, something new, something different. But you know, I don't know if you guys remember, 4 years ago, there was the rumor that this was going away and they're going to do the whole land of Indiana Jones. Now, the question to that is, this is my thought on it, is how does Indiana Jones fit into the theming of Animal Kingdom?
Yeah. That one
He's not a naturalist.
I mean,
he's an archaeologist.
Pandora kind of fits it with being another world.
And that they're trying to preserve it.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep it in its, because there was somebody trying to excavate it and take it, But I just don't see how Indiana Jones, archaeology, I mean, I understand this is kind of archaeology, but dinosaurs themselves are part of the natural part of the world. So,
And now we use them to drive our cars.
Yeah, they do. There is a lot of the merch has been put in over here in the store, but I'm not sure kind of how that or what that is. A lot of the stores here, unfortunately, you're seeing merchandise has disappeared. I don't think it's necessarily disappeared, but it's been replaced by something they have more of.
Yeah.
They're having major stock issues, and you're going to find that those empty shelves are being filled with other things they just have at hand. A lot of snacks, a lot of random like lounge fly backpacks and stuff like that in large quantities. So it really does makes you wonder, are they pull Dino Land merchandise because they're getting ready to pull Dino Land, or are they having other stock issues?
It could be related slightly to the trucking issue that's going on right now, where shipments are they're getting out a lot slower than normal. These are like the real world problems I try to forget when I come to Disney.
Yeah, exactly. Chandler's like, make it into Wakanda. I guess that's one way you can fit a Marvel theme.
You can't put everything in Disney Studios.
And then if they were cares like if they move Jungle Cruise over here, I think there would be a riot.
Yeah, there would be pitchforks and torches.
Even though they're already moving and changing out the ride as it is.
Yeah, and people are acting so calmly about that.
True, very true.
I mean, I feel like they're going to announce, Haunted Mansion, that's going to move to Epcot next month.
I wish we could get at the Haunted Mansion. I wish we could get the Hatbox Ghost, and I wish we could get a holiday overlay with Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm so jealous of Disneyland. Let's go through the trading company and see if there's anything new.
Masks on.
Mask on. Mask on. All right. I gotta find it now.
Nope.
Oh, appreciate it.
Oh, did I just hit a button when I grabbed it?
Oh no, you turned it off.
Oh,
Everything's
no.
going backwards.
It's zooming in, won't stop.
You turned on the Wi-Fi. Great, now we're getting CNN.
And nothing good is on.
I gotta. All right, that feels a little better in here. All right, let's see what we've got. Notice they moved all the talent inside. Oh, he stopped. Oh, he stopped. He was juggling these. We got all the talent inside. We were all watching you juggle there. Look at that, see? You see all the performers are not just outside.
No, the other Dooney Magic band.
Uh-oh, what did I do? There we go. So what new things do we have in? I know we got the pass holder ears. Are these new ears?
These are new ears. These are bubble bar ears.
Oh, these from the bubble bar.
Good Frontier has the performance that the ears are wearing earrings.
Oh, I can see that. I can. Oh, are they like they velvet, soft to the touch? Oh, wow.
And I think like this is like a, I don't know what that is.
So I'm going to guess that because they're bubble bar, that they're not going to be $29.99.
No, these are $49.99.
$49. So these are $50.
They're very cute.
But they do come with a set of earrings. So, you know, there you go.
The pass holder ears are not living earrings.
Right. I'm glad they came back.
We have some new jewelry down here for Halloween.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
This is bubble bar too.
Oh, yes.
So yes, that's the new jewelry for Halloween.
Oh, look at the ghosts. The ghosts are very cute. You see them up on the earring stand. We saw these over at the Emporium the other day, but we didn't get to see them hanging up like this. Now, my question to you guys is, would an earring like these, would that be uncomfortable? Because it seems like they would be rather heavy. If you guys would wear those and how that would feel. So. Susan says depends on the back and how the back is done. I wonder if I could wear a pair. I wonder if I could put up with them. So Chandler says, do you think the mask will stay for a while indoors? I think it's going to be until we start to see a change in numbers overall. I mean, we got to a point where the numbers were effectively promoting and allowing us to do no mask at all inside for those who are vaccinated. It really has to do with how the numbers react and how soon that would be. I think it's going to happen. Question is just, how quickly. Well, let me look at the watches real quick. Keep waiting for Citizen Watches to contact me and say, hey, will you wear some of our watches on your live stream? I still haven't gotten them. Maybe I haven't seen the email yet. Susan would like that with the Captain America. So come on, Citizen. Go ahead and send me an email. I mean, right now we've got nothing but Invicta all over this stream, you know. Oh, I love watches. Love watches. If I could afford it, I'd buy all kinds of watches. So, you see the Captain America Citizen watch?
Yeah.
Marvel kind of guy. Would you wear a Captain America? Or if you were Susan, we call them Chris Evans watches. So
She's on Chris Evans watch.
yeah, she's always watching out for Chris Evans. Now we did see some new ears over there. They are bubble bar, so they're $50, and the ears themselves are velvet, and they have little earrings on the ears. So that's the first time I've ever seen that before. You're into that kind of stuff, aren't you?
Yes.
Like mini ears?
Oh, I think that because I'm a pirate.
Now, that is unusual that you ever see.
Oh.
I mean, we talk about this with our kids all the time. They never put Walt Disney World, Florida, because Disney fans know
There's only
Walt
one.
Disney World is in Florida. Disneyland is in California. The only time you ever see Walt Disney World Florida or Disney World Florida is when you buy shirts off property. They almost always want to put Florida.
So did Disney steal this from Orange Drive?
I think from 192 right there, yeah. But that's unusual. You don't normally see that. Notice the little shape of the ears. Now, I saw these belts yesterday. I might wear that, but I wouldn't wear the castle one.
Oh,
There's a castle one. It's huge.
with like the point right in the inappropriate area.
Well, it depends on if you have a
Well, you bend down to tie your shoes, you're
you're gonna puncture something. Well, that's one way to lose weight. This one's kind of scary.
That one's a little bit the same thing.
Yeah, they don't have the castle here. Yeah, the castle, the top of Cinderella's castle is there. It's dangerous.
What is this? What puts black text on a dark shirt?
There's text. All I see is SD.
Yeah.
It's all important. That's how you design it. Oh, got my Stitch hat. I do like my Stitch hat. I do like that.
Yeah.
And they did me a solid by getting it for me. Oh, Stitch. We could always be on YouTube. So, we're on YouTube if you want to be. How are you doing today?
There's a million YouTubers dealing with Disney, so
Oh, I know.
I'm sure
We come in dozens actually usually. So
usually have something like that and make everything mobile.
we tried. The motion sickness was causing too much problems just holding the camera. So. This is my size, I think. I don't know about the native shoes. I've heard both good and bad things about them, but
Is this their take on Crocs?
yeah, basically it's your plastic shoe. No socks, I'm
But
assuming.
it's got holes for laces.
It's got holes for everything.
Well, yeah, there's holes for your feet to stink out of, but
Well, at least when they ride Kali River Rapid, they're not, doing like I do, because I'm always wearing socks. And, nobody else in my family wears socks when they go to the park, so.
Halloween stuff.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
Halloweeny. And we still haven't seen the Chip 'n Dale. Hasn't been released just yet, but there's a Chip 'n Dale exclusive annual pass one.
Ooh. I like Haunted Mansion.
Nikki says her granddaughter is 2 years old, has a pair of the natives, and she loves them and no blisters. Well, that's good. I mean, if they are comfortable.
Yeah, 2-year-old with blister, that's a bad
Oh,
day
that
for
would be
everyone.
bad. That would be bad. I worry about sometimes on really, really hot days when my son wears his Crocs, he comes home, takes his shoes off, and he's got all these holes that have been sunburned into his, into his feet.
He's got a pattern.
Yeah. I know this is silly, but I just love these guys. This is just bloop,
Oh, yeah.
bloop. And they don't come out. That's it. That's all you get.
What are those rodents doing in that gourd?
Have you seen the latest Chip 'n Dale cartoons over on Disney
Oh,
Plus?
no, I've seen the thumbnail for it.
The Park Pals or whatever they call them.
Yeah, it has Pluto in the thumbnail.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's cute. It's not as in sync with the old style.
But it's like the new Mickey Mouse short style.
Exactly. It's exactly. Have you guys seen it? Who has seen the new Chip 'n Dale? I saw it as soon as it came out because I love Chip 'n Dale. I wanted to see what it was like. Has anybody else been on Disney Plus and seen the new Chip 'n Dale? I think I've only seen 4 episodes or 3 episodes. So if you haven't already, go check it out on Disney Plus. Next time you guys come into a chat tomorrow, we'll talk about it again. You guys tell us what you think about it. And we'll give thumbs up and thumbs down and let you know, you guys can tell me what you like and don't like about it.
I thought That was a dress. It's an apron, isn't
It's an apron. If it's a dress, you can't wear it in the parks.
That's a fun night if it's a dress.
That's you can't get too far with that one. You get in through security, but once you walk by, you're
Yeah, don't turn around.
yeah. Now I do like the fact that the kitchen towel was embroidered, which means it
Look at that.
because when they just print it, it just comes right off.
Yeah.
So these we've seen for years. These are the same except they've changed it to this year's design for the plaid. But these, I'm still kind of confused by these.
Yeah, how do you drink out of that?
That's more like a stein.
That is definitely decorative. You don't drink easily from that. Because the way it lips,
Yeah.
you take a sip.
Some of these coffee mugs that have come out this year, they've got to be purely decorative because there's just no way you can get drink out of it.
I saw one close to the entrance, an Animal Kingdom mug that was about as tall, but very, very wide. And I was thinking, that'd be a great coffee mug for me.
You drink that much coffee at a time?
I drink it by the pot.
But it would get caught in the lip though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because the curvature,
Yeah.
in,
The liquid would stay inside the cup until you had to
yeah,
pour it way too far back and then you dip it out.
it's like trying to drink beer from the boot.
Oh. You saw this, right?
The head, the hoodie.
Yeah, the movable ears.
Oh, is this, with the ear flaps?
Yep. BG Video Games 11, how are you? Yeah, Chandler, watch it and let us know what you think. Oh, you haven't seen the little figures?
I haven't seen this.
The one with the tentacles?
With his ears pinned back, and he looks like he's about to beat up that squid with a spoon.
But what else would you beat it up with?
Well, knowing him, he'd just suck it dry.
Yeah, there you go. So,
Oh, the old style Kenner.
oh wow. It's all beat up though. It's not mint condition. It looks like it was created in 1978.
Yeah. Maybe it was, and they were just sitting on the front this whole time. Yeah, we got this guy. It's eggnog. What are we gonna
Great.
do?
He had the direct Iron Man, and then 10 years later, it could do something with it. Finally. It's World Princess Week, so
I don't see cakes over there.
I may have to dress up as a princess later. All right, so let's just say this. Let's just say that Susan did sign me up for the princess races in next spring. And I had to dress up as a princess for the race. Which princess should I be?
You strike me as a belle.
A belle? I don't know. I don't look good in yellow.
It was always Jasmine. That's a nice blue.
Yeah, that's true. So what do you guys think? Which princess, if I were to sign up for the princess races and I dressed up, which princess should I do? Which one should I dress up as? You guys tell me. Help me decide. Figure out what my
Well, you could do the
my
Ariel wedding dress with the big poofy shoulders.
I'd look like the character from Enchanted.
Or you can dress up as slave girl Jasmine. With all the red and the crown.
I could the entire race I could sing Unspoken. I got a lot of these with the Mickey Mouse on it. But there's one for Stitch, like this.
Huh. Is that Beetle? Oh, I thought that was Beetlejuice over there.
I wouldn't. That'd be cool, but
It's like wrong park.
Beetlejuice. And then there's a Chip and Dale one that we're going to be keeping a lookout for. Breaking news. All guests over the age of 12 must be vaccinated to board a Disney cruise, according to Love and Disney World. Now, I had heard that may be a case for those going on Bahama cruises. Is it for all cruises, Love and Disney World, or is it just for those in the Bahamas? Snow White wears the same shade of blue that you have on. Hey, I could do that. I could a little bit of Snow White.
You just need like little woodland creatures flying around you.
You could help me engineer something like that.
I could stay
Little
behind
birds,
it.
little birds with little wires going behind me.
They're baking you a pie.
Yeah. So Susan just said that it is 12 and up has to be vaccinated for Disney cruises aboard Bahama cruises. because the Bahamas are having some issues right now with who they're allowing to board and not board.
So this is a Bahamas.
It's a Bahamas
decision,
thing.
not
Yes.
a cruise line.
Yes, only Bahamas for cruises departing September 3rd to November 1st. Only until they can make it another determination. They have so many of these.
Yeah, I've seen quite
They
a
did
bunch.
not sell at Christmas time. Look who we have here, guys. Our friend from the Emporium yesterday. A Stitch.
Oh,
Stitch
got
crashes
thrown in the
Disney.
dryer.
He's make it pink, make it blue.
Was this Stitch made by Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas?
Stitched together. Castaway Key. So this is what I don't get. CAY.
Okay.
Okay. When you go to Disney, they call it Castaway Key. But when you go to Royal Caribbean, you go to Coco K.
Okay.
Coco K, Disney has Castaway Key.
My father-in-law is from Quebec, and his last name is Roy. But when he goes back home, he has to go by the name of Hua.
What?
Robert Hua.
What? Oui. Hey, are you what? Oui. No. What?
You?
No, we. No, what?
He is you. I am he.
We or he. So the question is why would it make a difference? Why would you have to be vaccinated to be on a Disney cruise? Because the Bahamas right now are saying that if you're unvaccinated, they won't let you depart from the ship.
Deboard.
Okay. Well, why would that make a difference at Castaway Key?
Because they
it's a-
want you off the ship.
Well, it's a private island, but it's still contained within the Bahamas.
Yeah, their jurisdiction.
So they still have to be in their jurisdiction, exactly. So even though it's a private island by Disney, if the Bahamas makes the new rule that unvaccinated guests cannot leave the ship, can you imagine what it would be like if you were to board a Disney cruise and you couldn't get off at the Bahamas and you couldn't get off at Castaway Key? You couldn't get off the ship at all. And you're like, why did I get on the board? Why did I get on the ship? So if you guys want more information, we'll put some more stuff up about it. We'll be talking about it more probably later today, and maybe even some more tomorrow on tomorrow's road drop.
And again, this isn't like Disney Cruise Line saying, hey, we need this to happen, we need this to happen.
It is. It's not them. They're not the ones initiating it. It really is coming through. They're enforcing the rules by the Bahamas, exactly. Thank you. Well, still a very good day. It's a little brighter than it seemed, or is it just because I was in the store for so long?
It is a little brighter.
But the sun is not still fully out, so it's actually a lot cooler than I expected it, or even on some of the other days. So
humidity levels are still very, very high. You need to hydrate when you come out here.
Alicia says, "Wa" means king in French.
Huh. Well,
So
if this is my Alicia, yes, her
Yes.
dad is a king.
yes.
I hail.
So what about War Rogers?
To be Waja, Waja. That's like
Wa Rogers?
boy. Wow, Waja. Oh, that's a tongue twister right there.
Say that one. Chandler says, I feel like it's extra hot at Animal Kingdom, but actually it's quite cool for the most part.
Despite being on top of concrete and plant life all
Yes.
around us, and me holding a fan to my face, it's still not as hot as it would be in
As
my
it
own
could be.
backyard.
Yes, it could. I mean, we've had it a lot hotter here recently. So, yes, I always feel like Epcot's like the worst because even my phone is extremely overheated at Epcot.
The funny thing about Epcot is the buildings are laid out in a way where the wind just tunnels down, so you get a nice breeze.
At least, but the World Showcase makes it a lot more worse. I guess when
Yeah.
you get some of those outer exteriors, especially when you get over to the Americas and stuff like that. So, well, guys, it has been a fun morning. Thanks, Bob, for hanging out with me. I want to make sure you guys, again, if the mods have, if you could put it in the chat, Skipper Bob's Breakdowns, if you guys want to give him a follow and a sub over there, I appreciate that. And he's got some
appreciate
great
that.
content coming up. And I appreciate you just kind of hanging out with me, so I won't have to be by I'm not really by myself. I never feel by myself.
Are you ever alone when you're at Disney?
Not when I've got 50 or more people ever in the stream to kind of talk to.
Well, yeah.
Now, here's the funny thing is when I'm not actually streaming, I actually just walk around with my camera and talk to it, and everyone thinks I'm just on YouTube, and I don't feel lonely.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say they think you're crazy. Which,
well, they think I do that when I actually am streaming. So what difference does that make? I mean, just like the cast members, like, oh my gosh, you're just walking around talking to YouTube. Yeah, we do that. We do that. We're a different way of life.
He should be desensitized by that by now.
Yeah, by now I shouldn't think nothing more about it. At least it's better than sometimes when you're vlogging and you're not actually talking to anybody.
That's
you're talking to somebody who won't actually hear what you have to say for sometimes hours, days, or weeks.
That's my wife.
Or some of or some of the videos I make that never get heard. So, well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us today at Animal Kingdom. Today's only the first day of our rope drop. Tomorrow, Hollywood Studios. When this stream ends, if you guys stay on, you will be automatically taken over to tomorrow's stream. Go ahead and give it a like, give it a comment, and welcome everybody before they even jump on today or tomorrow. So hang on and let the stream in, and you guys can go ahead and help us out by hitting the thumbs up for tomorrow's stream. Check us out and hang out with us tomorrow at 9 a.m. Rope Drop Hollywood Studios, and we're going to be 11 o'clock over on Thursday at Epcot, and on Friday we're going to be 9 o'clock over at Magic Kingdom. And then
alarm now.
Go ahead and set that up with his talking watch. Thank you guys so much for the thumbs up. Thank you guys for the PayPals and the chats today, and for being so supportive of us here at Ear to Ear Magic. I can't wait to see you guys over at Hollywood Studios tomorrow. Make sure you guys wake up at 7 a.m. Think very supportive thoughts, because I have approximately 12 seconds to get us a Rise of the Resistance boarding group tomorrow. So let's see what happens.
Best of luck.
I know, really.
May the force be with you.
Oh, may the odds ever be in my favor. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We're going to see you guys tomorrow on the next Ear to Ear Magic live stream. You guys have a great afternoon, and we'll see you guys in the parks. Thanks, guys.